meowdy pomodachis. And also others who are not a part of the community and just simply want to know what happened and what's going on. Basically, I wanted to have this stream so that people could have their questions answered and so that I could make it clear what my personal take is on what's happened with Funamusea and with the entire situation regarding lost funds and missing deadlines and our client experiences. So I'm going to try my best to let you know exactly what's going on without speaking on behalf of anyone other than myself. But meowdy everybody! I'm sorry if I sound a little bit down. It's tough out there. And not only doing this stream, but also I was eating my chicken wings and I was really hungry, but I had to do this stream. So I was rudely taken away on, by myself for the stream. But some things are more important than chicken wings, even if that might not seem true. Okay, so I'm going to go right into it. I have slow mode enabled and subscribers only just to prevent the chat from being flooded. It's not intended to force you to subscribe to me if you don't want to, but this is just to protect myself from potentially having lots of messages that maybe we don't need to see. Anyways, okay, so gonna get a drink. All right, I'm hydrated. I'm ready. Hype me up, guys. No, you don't need to. Essentially, what I want to make clear to everyone who is watching this, to everyone who has read the document, do not harass anyone involved, including Funamusea, the victims, or anyone that happens to have a different opinion from you. We can respectfully share our opinions without yelling at each other and having it devolve into insults or harassment. So please stay peaceful even if you disagree with me or disagree with someone else. And if you are upset with Funamusea, we understand, but please do not send her any hate, and I don't want to see it on anyone's pages. I do want to say, though, even for the people that have disagreed with us, I want to say thank you to you as well, because while I personally see the situation completely differently from you do, I respect people for not spreading hate and sending malice to any of the people involved. And I do want to acknowledge that I know for me personally, I haven't received any hate yet. I might be speaking too soon. We'll see. We'll see, right? But generally, I feel like the reception has been very positive. And even for those people who disagree with us, I really do appreciate you remaining civil. And for those of you that support us, thank you so much for sharing our message and for letting people know what's going on, because our entire reason for releasing the document was not to cancel anyone and not to ruin anyone's career or to destroy anyone or anything like that. Our reasons for releasing the document were to, 1, prevent future victims, as in to prevent people from potentially wasting time and wasting money. 2, ensure that the current victims receive full refunds if they would like, and hope that potentially the ones that asked for partial refunds might receive it. We'll have to see, though. I don't know if that's gonna happen. And 3, ensure that Funamusea is held accountable for her actions, not by being harassed, but by hoping that she will take this experience to heart and improve her business practices in the future. Because whether you agree with our handling of the situation or even our reasons for being upset, there are two key facts. People have waited 1 to 3 years for their artwork to be completed, and they have spent thousands of dollars. Please understand that while Funamusea may have financial issues, the victims do as well. The victims have been hurt by what's happened, financially and emotionally. So if you can, try to see it from both perspectives if you haven't already. Okay, and the fourth reason why we released the document was to prevent speculation and protect our brands and image, and to be completely transparent about what's going on. Because Funamusea did decide to at least partially go public with what had happened, we felt as though we needed to release a statement and release it early because of the language being used in some of the Twitter posts seemed to allude potentially to Funatubers, and we know that people were speculating about us being involved, which they were right, but they were right. We were involved, but it did make us have to release this statement because otherwise our side of the story would not be heard. Oh, also, I'm going to pin the document for anyone who wants to look at it right now. So give me 1 second. I should have done that earlier. I'm so sorry. If you cannot tell, I am running on fumes right now. I have not slept the best during this entire situation. And I'm hungry, goddammit. I only had 1 chicken wing, but I did it for you. And I did it for the victims. You guys can clap now. Okay, wait, where is the document? Let me get the link. All right, let's send this and pin. There we go. All right, so now the document's there. I'm sorry for not having that included earlier. I think I'm not too much of a mess, but you know, we all have a little bit of scuff. Anyways, so now that I've explained our reasons for releasing the doc, there are a few other words I would like to say as well. To people that enjoy Funamusea's work, you can still enjoy Funamusea's artwork and recognize that this was an extremely unfortunate situation for the clients involved. We are not telling you to stop enjoying the content that you enjoy, but we would appreciate your understanding about what's happened. And for those people that want to better understand our perspective, I'll try to answer everyone's questions that I see to the best of my ability. I haven't been able to quite read the chat yet because I want to make sure that I say this first, but I would like to make it clear that I only speak for myself and cannot speak about the thoughts and feelings of other Funatubers. Even though even though most of us share many common themes inside of our experience, each experience was unique and processed differently by each person. I pinned the wrong message. Oh shit! God damn it. Okay, let's replace it. It's because the chat was moving too fast, guys. It was because it was moving too fast. I hope I didn't pin anything mean. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. You know, if you can't tell, I'm a little nervous. Even with slow mode on, never change, Pope. I can't help it. I can't. The scuff is in my DNA. Okay, anyways, to go back to the, to go back to my original statement, I'd also like to mention that this is something I can't personally speak to the validity of, but I have seen people outside of the English-speaking Funatuber community mention that they have had similar experiences to the clients mentioned in the EN document. And if these people do decide to share their experiences, please be willing to listen to them as well. Girl, it's international. That sounds so bad, but it is. It is. Or at least I think it is. Okay. Let me be careful about what I say. Also, if you would like to hear other perspectives and not mine, please feel free to watch Fee's previous stream on the on her thoughts on what had happened. And I believe that Reina will be releasing a video with all of the people who want to participate's thoughts on it. So keep an eye out for that. Other Funatubers may also decide to stream as well, and if you would like to hear their thoughts, please listen. I was wondering that for the JP tubers, so that was my question answered. I'm not sure about necessarily Japanese, but I do know that I have seen comments from non-English speaking members. So if that's something that you want to read up on, I would honestly just suggest looking on Twitter. Like I said before, I cannot speak about the validity of these claims, though I personally, speaking for myself only, tend to believe them because their experiences match up pretty clearly with the other people mentioned in this document. But that's just me speaking for myself, not anyone else. And another thing before I start streaming the doc, which maybe you've already read or maybe you're reading it for the first time, I'm just going to be clarifying things, inviting any Funatubers that would like to join me. I know it's late at night, so I totally get if some of them won't be able to, but please do not blame any of the people that were negatively affected by this and say that they quote-unquote should have known better, or that they quote-unquote should have demanded refunds earlier. Prior to this incident, Funamusea was generally quite communicative and typically met deadlines. So these people did not have any reason to believe that Funamusea wouldn't do the same for them. Me personally, as you can see, look at me, I have a fully rigged model. And I had a pleasant experience with Funamusea prior to what had happened. You know, I want to make it clear, with this model, everything was delivered for the most part on time, and she was generally quite communicative. So the people who ordered VTuber models did not have any reason to believe that their experience would be different from mine. However, you know, obviously things have changed because 3 years have passed. So we're not at the same point that we were at earlier. Okay, so now that I have said all of this, please feel free to send your comments, questions, as long as you say them in a respectful manner inside of the chat, and I will try to answer them as best as I can. And to any Funatubers in the chat, let me also let you guys know as well, here you can join the chat now. So I'm going to just go be right back and make sure that I am sharing the document correctly. By the way, it's going to look extremely scuffed. I accidentally deleted my game scenes prior to this stream, and my OBS crashed, so that's very fun. I'm definitely not terminally unlucky or anything. Okay, I'll be back. Give me 1 second. Can you copy? Do you hear me? Is it working? So sorry about that. I was saying this, but unfortunately, my mic wasn't added to my OBS scenes. What fun, right? Basically, I was mentioning that I had to make this because my game scene was completely deleted. I had to make it in 5 seconds. And clearly, I forgot a few important things, like the mic. My apologies for that. Anyways, I'd like to say I'm still going to be using the Poneko model made by Funamusea. I really do love the model, and I think that Funamusea did an amazing job on it. With that being said, though, I am planning to re-debut a newer model that doesn't necessarily have this history behind it. I'm sorry that you guys couldn't hear earlier. Anyways, we have a few Funatubers in the chat. I won't be able to add their photos, but they're going to say their names, and we're going to be going through the doc together and answering your questions, so stay tuned. Hi, Rushi!
Hello!
Can everyone hear Rushi in the chat? Please let me know. It's 5 a.m. for you?
Yeah, but I wanted to be here. So
Guys,
hello, everybody.
It was so important for Rushi that she didn't go to bed last night. If that doesn't say all that needs to be said, I don't know what else to say.
Not gonna lie, I've slept like 8 hours in the last 3 days. It's been a lot. It's been a lot.
My sleep has also been affected negatively. Last night I think I got like 3 hours of sleep, to be honest.
I mean, full disclosure, my sleep schedule is horrible, but it's not this horrible. Usually I oversleep.
It's even worse than usual. That's how you know. Coming from Rushi herself. I usually sleep like a baby, so it was very difficult for me to only get 3 hours of sleep last night. And please understand, we're running on fumes. But we want our experiences to be heard, basically. You know, we wanted to warn the future victims, and also we want people to get their money back because some people haven't gotten their money back.
And the people who have not spoken out yet.
Yep.
Because from the document, we also know that there is more that we just never knew about, right?
Yeah. Other victims have come out, and there are also other victims who have not come out publicly that we personally know, but we won't be naming any names because they didn't want to be included, so we will respect their wishes. Exactly. Very much that. Only 3 hours. Cats need more sleep. Definitely. Definitely, Johnny Cat. Anyways, so
let me tell you, after this weekend, I'll be sleeping 16 hours a day for a week.
Yes. Let's all do that. Not just us who have been affected, but to everyone in the chat. Please get your sleep.
I'll keep them to that. I'll be standing in their window, making sure.
You're gonna make sure that they go to sleep. Because we know.
If you hear any knocking, don't worry, it's just me.
Just your friendly neighborhood scarecrow. Also, let me see if I have the ability to add your little pop-up guy. I think I have you already, so I don't think you have to send anything. If that's all right, would you like me to add you to the bottom of the screen?
Hold on, let me see what absolute horrors I have.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Yes, we are professional VTubers. Yes. Could you tell? Could you tell that we're extremely professional VTubers?
Put this in.
I didn't even get a warning.
Put this in.
I was flashbanged. Oh my god. See,
yes.
Even though things are rough, we can smile about the good times. Right, Rushi?
It's a big cope, but yes.
You know, I think after this we all need a little bit of copium.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful model. The chat really likes your model, Rushi. I just like to let you know. Okay.
That's what I should rebrand as is Patrick Star and maybe it's not a phone bear.
Oh my god, imagine. That would be so
I
great.
was gonna go Goose, but now.
But now, Patrick Star. Anyways, would you like to get right into it? Tear the document up to shreds and get this shit done.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. Okay. So we're basically going to be summarizing the document because we don't have the time
It's 70
to
pages.
read 70 pages on this stream. So everything will be summarized. But as I said earlier, our intentions for releasing the document were to protect victims, to help people get their money back, and to protect our reputations as VTubers, and also to ensure that this doesn't happen again. So, the person that we are talking about in this document is Funamusea, otherwise known as Deep Sea Prisoner, otherwise known as DSP. She is our model mama, for those of you that don't know. And this document is a collection of the experiences from people who have worked with her. Oh, also known as Mogeko, excuse me. So in the document, many of us came forward and
she hasn't
shared our
used that name in like 10 years?
She hasn't used that username in a while, but you know what? We never know. Maybe someone came out from the woodworks that hasn't seen shit for 10 years. Maybe they were in like a coma or something. So we're being clear just in case. All right. Also, let me share the document to you, Rushi, just so you know where I'm at. Because
I have the document.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page on it, so I'm gonna still share it.
Oh, that's even better, honestly.
Yes. So, on to the next section.
I was so clicking on another. Oh no.
No, it's tough out there.
I can see.
Wait, I read 70 pages. Did I really read that much, or did I mishear? Yes, you read 70 pages if you read the document from top to bottom. Doctoral thesis, all right? It's long, but that's because there are a lot of people involved. You know, my section I think is only about a page of the 70 pages. But I'm a person who definitely got off mostly scot-free. So let's see. Okay.
Yeah, but you still got some trouble, so it's still worth
mentioning. I still wasted a lot of time and mental energy. And I'm going to talk about my section a lot more in depth as well after this, though I don't really have much else to say. But essentially, listed in the document, there are accounts from a selection of multiple clients who commissioned Funamusea, and over 13 of those clients had been waiting for their commissions to be completed, ranging from 8 months to 2.5 years. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people, Rushi.
Oh yeah, isn't that like the time it took?
That's
for,
like a baker's dozen.
Agencies.
That's a baker's dozen number of people that have lost money in this doc.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the payment that Funamusea received for each of these commissions ranged from $500 to upwards of $7,500. The range spent by each client differs due to the commission type, ranging from VTuber models, assets, alternate costumes, illustrations, and more. Me personally, I only bought an illustration, so mine was much cheaper than some of the other people mentioned in this doc. Essentially, what was our call to action, was the post made towards Dokibird. We want to make it clear that we are not upset with Dokibird at all. We love Dokibird, okay? Dokibird is one of my Oshis. And also I know many other people in the chat. She's your Oshi too. So we love Dokibird, and we do not have any problem with artists responding to Dokibird's request for animated videos. The reason why this upset us, though, was because knowing that there were 13 plus people waiting for years, some of them, and she was publicly soliciting work from Dokibird, it was kind of just the straw that broke the camel's back, I think. Because it felt wrong of her to be soliciting new work when there are people that have been waiting for 2.5 years. And
Like, and if it was just
also
one
in
or
publicly
two, it wouldn't be
too.
that bad, but it was
It
13.
was 13 that we know of. It's likely more than that as well. So,
Yeah.
2.5 years someone waited. And there might be people that waited even more that we don't even know about. Who knows? I guess we'll see soon, potentially, if they decide to come out. But
But that's entirely up to them.
that is, exactly. And we respect their wishes either way. So, just to reiterate, this document has nothing to do with Dokibird, but that was what initially upset us. I think that's fair to say. We had been waiting for a long time, and we were being patient, and definitely tensions were rising, but we're letting you know that this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Also, are there any
Yeah,
questions in the
100%.
chat that I am missing? Let me just check and see. Nope. Okay. I'm moving on to the next section. If anyone would like us to clarify more about why this is mentioned in the doc, please let us know now. Okay, so another piece of context we would like to add regarding the Dokibird post is this was especially hurtful because we were told from Funamusea, and not just me, we were sent a copy-pasted message from Funamusea saying that she would only be working on SCEB commissions going forward and could not work on other projects. And even though we were frustrated, we accepted this at the time. But, girl Rushi, do you know what another project would be? I feel like Dokibird's animations are not SCEBs and definitely another project, right?
Yeah. And also there was someone who was still waiting on an overlay.
Yeah. So that's part of our frustration, is because we were told one thing and then we saw actions that indicated something else.
Yeah,
she said
and
that
I
she's
think it
only
was also
doing
because
SCEBs
SCEB
if
has that
she's
time restraint on it. If you don't get your SCEB within that time, you just don't get the money.
Yeah. I would also like to say we cannot speak for the reasons as to why Funamusea was prioritizing SCEB commissions despite having a large backlog of other VTubers to work on, but we speculate that the reason is likely because on SCEB, if someone sends a request and the artist accepts it, the artist will not receive payment for the SCEB unless they finish the artwork. Whereas the other VTubers in this situation had already paid all of the money up front, so there was no risk to Funamusea losing money at that time. Whereas, or not losing money,
SCEB has
but
that one
losing
system
potential
where
money.
if a commission is not finished, it will bring down the average. How do you put it?
Oh yeah,
There's
and
that
fun
percentage
fact.
on the page to show how much of the things are completed.
Fun fact, if anyone wants to look up the skeb percentage for Funamusea, I suggest you do so now. It may partially illustrate that Funamusea has a history of being unreliable for finishing projects. But remember, our reasons for speculating about why she would prefer to work on skebs are speculations. But essentially, in this document, we will be discussing Funamusea deliberately ignoring or ghosting her clients, complaining on her Miski about receiving notifications on DMs, Discord, or Twitter, setting deadlines for work that would be completed only to continuously delay progress and eventually stop providing timeframes altogether, showcasing unfinished, undelivered work in her portfolios as finished, and accepting and taking new commissions despite having over 10 plus unfinished models in her queue at the time. So far, we've decided that the only way that we will be able to get our money back for a lot of us is by releasing this doc. Because people still haven't received refunds yet. I've received my refund, by the way. I would like to make that clear.
After 2 years of asking. Yeah.
Yeah. And there
After 2 years of asking, it's just no longer realistic.
Yeah. And one thing I would like to say as well, there is a person that I personally know that is not listed in this doc who asked for a refund, I think around 6 months ago, and they still have not received it. So even though Funamusea has offered refunds, full refunds, she has not sent those full refunds yet. Hence why we are sharing this document. I'm going to continue reading the document. So far, the only way Funamusea has taken accountability has been through offering full refunds and canceling commissions. Despite this, most of the clients who requested refunds only requested partial refunds and wished to keep the artwork. Essentially, the reason why people only wanted, or why some people only wanted to receive partial refunds is so that they wouldn't feel as though they wasted their time, and so that they would still be able to leave this situation with something. But Funamusea declined these offers and compromises and decided that a full refund would be the only option, despite the clients preferring, or despite some clients preferring partial refunds. And she is well within her right to decline that, but it is frustrating for those clients who have been waiting years to only find out that their time has effectively then been wasted.
Yeah, and some had already kind of grown attached to the designs.
Definitely. We spoke to many of our siblings in the chat, and they love their designs. Like, this is, to a certain extent, like this is their baby. You know, and so it's disheartening to see that they will need to potentially fully rebrand and lose all of that time and effort, and also art commissioned outside of Funamusea, because many of these people commissioned artwork that wasn't from Funamusea, but now they won't be able to use that artwork for that character.
Yeah.
This was the reason that Funamusea provided for her reason that she would not like to do the partial rig. She said that she wants to rig her own illustrations. This is a little bit doubtful to us because there is a commission option for art for the Live 2D with the PSD file, meaning that this would be an unrigged commission, so it doesn't seem consistent with her current commissions and also her past commissions as well. Our image is our baby because it's a representative of us in this space. Exactly. Riko Kume is totally right. You know, it's it's like our soul in a weird way. Our design and our models. I know that sounds melodramatic, but at least I feel that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in my public statement, I also talked a lot about it, how I really looked up to her, and this just kind of, part of my French, but fucks it up.
Mm, yeah. I definitely looked up to Funamusea as well, and I still do to a certain extent because she's an extremely talented artist. And she's created a lot of really interesting RPG Maker games and content and artwork. But this is more than me just liking artwork. This is people losing money and wasting time. And
Yeah.
just as a footnote, as a person who has commissioned many an artwork, 1 to 3 years is basically unheard of for the time that takes to receive a commission. And just to go a little bit forward into the doc, these people were not told that they would have to wait 1 to 3 years for their commission. Most of them were told, I believe, somewhere between 4 and 6 months. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next section. Is that all right? Does anyone... Oh, someone else has a question in the chat. Is there the possibility that you could commission another artist to make the same design? Or is that not exactly possible? I think that it may be possible for people to commission similar designs, but we aren't sure what Funamusea's...
Not one-on-ones.
Yeah, not direct copies of Funamusea's designs. This is a situation that applies a little bit differently depending on the person. For example, I own my design, and I created my design entirely, short of Funamusea adding the dress and the, I think she added like little puffball earrings. So I own my design, whereas someone else who asked Funamusea to completely design the character from scratch may not necessarily have the same exact situation. And there are also people who bought adoptables that were completely pre-made. So we can't really speak about what the situation is for each person because we don't totally know yet. Let me just check to make sure that no one else has any questions about this particular section. All right, I'm going to move on to the next section where we discuss that certain models were highlighted as being completed despite them not being completed. So, Funamusea falsely advertised certain VTuber models in her portfolio despite the fact that they were not complete. We have examples in the doc here, right here. This model is not complete. The artwork is complete for this model, but the rigging is not, so it is not complete. And I'm not sure if you can see on my screen, but we highlighted the Live 2D rigging tag on her portfolio, meaning that it was advertised as being completed and being rigged, when it was not. By the way, is everything working on my end? I see something that says trying to reconnect. Hello?
Oh yeah, that's just the doc. That's just the doc.
Okay, good. Okay, another example. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are not completed models. 5. Yeah, 5 models. None of these are completed. Not one of them. The artwork is done. The Live 2D rigging is not. It is partially complete, and to list it as being completed in your portfolio is misleading. Also, one of our siblings was listed as explicitly completed, on Funamusea's own website. I'm not sure if this link is still active, but we hyperlinked it as well if you would like to verify its authenticity. Written here, it says date of completion, November 2023. And it says illustration, live 2D, character design. This model is not complete. The artwork is, the live 2D is not. Okay, I'm moving on to the next section unless anyone has a question about why we said what we said. The pain is so real. I remember them starting out so long ago. It's been years. Damn. Yeah, I don't want to speak for anyone, but a lot of the people who have been waiting for their models have not been able to stream because they don't have their model. Or they put off streaming because they thought they would have it soon, you know? We're like, it's gonna happen any second, any time. It can't take much longer, right? Because we've been waiting so long. It has to be done soon. But then it wasn't done. As of February 14th, Funamusea still has commissions unrelated to her skeb almost entirely open to the public. This is referencing to the fact that she had mentioned to many of us that the reason she could not continue working on our models for a month was because she was attending to other work, yet her commissions were opened. Despite this, her non-skeb related commissions are still open, and she is advertising new work to other creators. Remember the Dokibird post, where she advertised to Dokibird. Throughout this document...
And also there was the thing that if you emailed her directly, she usually still had a spot for you.
Yes. So one person actually inside of our group actually messaged Funamusea during a period where commissions were closed, and we were able to determine based on how many of us had still been waiting for our work to be done that she had accepted it at a time when there were like, I think 10 or so VTubers waiting, despite the commissions being closed. And the thing is, if for business, if one party does their part, the other has to do their part. Exactly. Everyone paid Funamusea 100% upfront. No, not 50% upfront, 100%. All of the money. Anyways, I'm going to move on over to the next section, if that's all right.
Yeah, I don't see any questions in the chat.
Yep. All right. I'm moving on to the next section. We would only like to briefly speak about this, but Funamusea's responses sometimes mention a leak, so we would like to clarify exactly what that refers to. For context, when clients contacted Funamusea regarding refunds, she mentioned to some clients that she was aware of the Funatuber Discord server we used to collectively discuss this, and said that our communications were leaked to her from someone in the group. So there's something I would like to make completely clear. The Funatuber server was not created to discuss Funamusea or even say anything about, like, what's been going on. This has existed for 3 years, I think, before anyone was even waiting. So the reason this the reason this server exists is purely for the friendship of the Funatubers that would like to be friends with each other, do collabs with each other, coordinate things together. You know, I know me and you have used this server for many, many other purposes outside of this.
Oh yeah, I was on there before I even debuted, I think. Same
here. So we would like to just make it obvious that this server was not formed to discuss this topic, to air our grievances, but we did discuss what had happened together in the privacy of our own server. and some of these messages were sent to Funamusea, and some of the messages are emotional in nature. So we would like you to understand that those messages were never intended to be sent to Funamusea, and they were simply us venting and discussing our thoughts and feelings candidly.
Yeah. Also, Brave is asking if they could make a statement.
Yeah. She can join.
Let me.
Or anyone who wants to join can come on in. You don't need to ask for permission. Hi, Brave.
Hello, hello.
Hi. We heard you'd like to make a comment about the doc or share your story or anything like that.
Yes.
What
I
would you like
do.
to say? Also, I'm going to just link
Mm,
everybody who's inside of the inside of here right now, just so that people know and can find you guys.
should I introduce myself first so people can know?
Please do.
Hello, everyone. It's good to meet all of you. I'm sorry to interrupt. My name is Brave Senpai. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Let me turn
Um,
Brave a bit.
I don't know. Should I make a statement about my feelings because this really impacted me a lot?
Yeah.
And this is also the reason why I am in a mini hiatus. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hi,
Mm.
Brave.
So, where are you guys at in the dock?
When
We're
there was
at the
leaks announced.
Yeah, we're
Ah,
in the
yes,
section
yes.
discussing the leak. I'm just gonna finish really quickly mentioning about what had happened with the leak. Just because we
Should I
were
mention my side of what happened to the leak?
Yeah.
Because I noticed like my screenshot isn't there, so I'll mention it.
Yeah.
Before the leak happened, I did ask Funas. For me, the breaking point wasn't Doki; it was something else. But when Funa also did a copy and paste for the leak as well for me. Unfortunately, I didn't want to ask for the refund, and I tried my really best because, as you guys, maybe some of you guys don't know, but I was a huge fan of her work. I look up to her for 12 years, which is quite a lot, to be honest.
That's a long time.
She was my idol, and I've been very patient. I didn't know there were more victims in this, so it kind of really made me sad. I'm sorry, guys, I'm trying to hold back.
It's okay, Brave.
I'm sorry.
You have
It's
nothing
just
to
I'm very
apologize for.
emotional because she's my idol. I'm sorry. Give me a sec. I'm trying not to break down. I used to look up to her
Yeah, we
on
all did.
everything. I used to look up to her and everything. I was very patient. I didn't want a refund. I wanted her to finish her work. And I was planning on asking her if I could just buy the model, like like if in the dock, if you scroll up in the dock, but you could buy the model as the art model itself and rig it. I was planning on asking to buy it. Oh, thank you so much for scrolling it up.
Yeah, of course.
Because of the whole situation. But unfortunately, Funa doesn't want to hear me out. Which broke my heart even furthermore.
Yeah.
I really do look up to her It broke my heart. Really, I'm in love with the model. Even though it wasn't finished, I was in love with it. And I really do like the design.
If it's alright, I'm gonna...
Mm.
Would you like me to
Yes,
move
keep
to
going
your
back.
section, or...
Do I have a session?
Oh,
I
actually, you
haven't seen the
don't.
doc. Whoopsie.
Actually, you don't. I misspoke. For context, some of us
I'll try to make
read
my
the final version
doc.
last night, not the completed one.
I haven't even seen the doc until today.
Mm.
I do apologize.
Brave, could you
This is
send
really
a
It is
photo of
70
your
page.
model, if that's all right? I'd like to show the chat just how amazingly cute
Absolutely.
and handsome and beautiful it is.
Absolutely, you have 100% my permission.
All right.
Even though I won't be able to keep the illustration of the model, anything like that.
It can't
Do
be
you
erased
want
from
like the one where
history.
she almost completed it?
I know, you were so close. It's so messed up.
I was so close, but here, it's okay. I'll show you that, and I'll show the emote. No, yeah, I was so close. It really did hurt my heart. I do apologize if I'm talking about my feeling,
That's
but
that's what this is here for.
Okay. Okay, this one. Let's post this one. This one is the emote. You can have my full permission to use it, because after this, I did promise that I will discard it,
All right.
because
the
Funa
file
asked
that you
me to
sent
discard it.
for the
So
emotes didn't
yeah,
work,
you
so
can
I'm
use
just going
yeah
to show
the emote. I did promise her that I will discard it in my end if she discarded it in her end, the emote and the illustration. Oh yeah. Oh wait, can you use this one instead? Hold on,
Oh,
use
yeah.
this one instead. I know this is off, but use this one. This one is better.
Okay.
I promise you. If I
It's
can
all
do it.
right.
Give me a sec.
Let me get that out.
Brain. Oh, okay, brain's done. Use this one.
Okay.
Because this is how I feel right now.
Also,
you can use
I
this
believe
one.
you had a...
Go ahead.
That's so cute!
Go ahead. You can use this one.
Okay, I'm gonna add that.
This is how I feel.
Oh, so cute!
Oh,
Adorable!
I won't be able to use this, but it's okay because I already told the artist who make my animation emote that I am a regular and I will be back.
It's so cute! Oh my god!
I will be back.
I noticed the contrast between Brave's model and Rushi's. Oh my god. The duality of VTubers. Oh my god, it's so cute though. I love it.
Oh man, my part wasn't even in the doc. Okay, so.
Alright, I'm
But
gonna move
yes, I was a fan of her work for the longest time. I am pretty upset. I try my best, but she won't. I think due to her state of what's going on, she will not hear me out. And therefore, I will respect her for that.
Yeah, there's nothing
I
we
want
can
to
do.
end good terms with her. I really did try.
You did.
And I
So did many of us.
hope I did.
I think you did.
Yeah.
I think you were extremely
I
patient.
I did. I don't know. She
and
probably disliked me now. But that's okay. It's time for me to move on.
We're moving
But that's okay.
on.
It's just really sad It's just really sad that someone I used to look up, someone that I admire, someone that actually brought me back into drawing when I was in like my darkest hour, brought me back into drawing. Someone that I admire. And then nothing you notice. I see. She doesn't see me the way I see her. About 2 years of just chatting and talking. Even when I don't ask for an update. It just makes me sad to realize the truth that even when I was talking to her, chatting with her, trying to like be friends with her. Yeah. She was just, I have a feeling that she was just doing that. And it make me sad.
Yeah, it's, obviously I can only speak about my personal experience, but hearing everyone else's stories was really eye-opening for me. And I largely participated in this document because I think that your stories deserve to be heard. And it's just such a difficult situation.
In the end, I could tell you one thing that I learned. My kindness was taken granted.
I
Yeah.
personally think that's fair to say.
If you
And
guys,
that's not your
you guys,
fault.
yeah, if you
Okay?
guys saw like my receipt and all that, you guys could tell that my kindness was being taken.
It was yours and everyone else's, because the fact that we were willing to wait as long as we did is a testament to just how extremely patient everyone was. This would never happen normally, but the group of people that are in this document were patient to a fault, largely. Also, Brave, if it's all right,
It's
can
true.
I link potentially any sort of statement that you've made on Twitter?
Did I make any statement?
Actually, I'm reading through it,
Did I?
and it looks like mainly you were talking about returning.
Did I?
You're going to be returning on February 18th, and that's going to be super fun, potentially, or maybe it'll be a
I'm
serious
gonna
stream.
talk
I
about
don't
a
know.
little bit about it.
But Brave is coming
I was
back,
confused,
baby,
like,
so
what's
be
the-
ready. Be ready and be brave. Is that okay to say?
Yeah, but in reality, I'm not brave. Just like no.
No, you were extremely brave,
I'll
and so
stay-
was everyone
I'll
else.
stay in the spaceship. I don't know about you guys, but I'll stay in the spaceship. You guys go pick up the scrap. I'll still twerk in the spaceship.
Do you say twerk in the spaceship?
Did
Oh
I
my
say
God.
twerk?
I think
do
I
be
might have
twerking all
misheard
day.
you. Damn, someone needs to draw that now. Brave twerking in the spaceship. I would pay to see
do
that, to
tough.
be honest. Not to be creepy.
Hey, Fee.
Hello, hello.
Oh,
Huggies?
it's Fee.
Fee, huggies.
Hi.
Hi,
Huggies?
Hello,
Fee.
huggies. What did I miss
Huggies,
out on?
huggies.
I apologize
Oh,
as I was
It's
getting
okay.
registered.
I almost cried, but I pulled myself together.
Brave was very
Almost.
brave
Sorry to hear
during
that. Are you
their
okay?
statement.
I'm okay. Wait,
I'm glad to hear that you're okay.
wait.
I'm so sorry that things have been rough for you guys. But
And you too.
I'm very proud of
Apologize.
you.
It's okay. Well, you don't need to apologize for me. It's okay, so don't worry. Smile.
Yeah, we're here for each other.
Exactly.
I
And
apologize that I'm
that's
like over an hour late.
you're not late at all. This is just gonna go however long it's gonna go. Oh yeah,
Hello to chat.
one thing I'd like to just finish up on before we move on to the next section was just quickly regarding the leaks. We would just like to say that we did not want these to be leaked. We were emotional at the time. We were in a place that we felt we could be candid about our emotions. And I personally stand by every single thing that I said. But I did not want it to be sent to Funamusea and have it affect her mental, to have it affect her mental well-being or to make her feel bad. These were things that were said in confidence and that were specifically not supposed to be screenshotted because I said multiple times not to screenshot them. So just keep that in mind
You did.
when seeing the section about leaks. That's all I wanted to say about it. Anyways, Fee, welcome.
Wee,
Hi.
welcome. Huggies, huggies. Tell your manager I said hi.
I will tell her when I see her next. Unfortunately, she's going through some stuff right now. Unfortunately,
Okay.
so I will not be able to keep in contact with her anytime soon. But when I do see her next, I promise to let her know that message. I appreciate that. How have you guys been holding up?
Ooh,
We're
I almost-
making it through.
I almost had a breakdown.
I
Yes,
Making
we're
it
making
through.
it through.
Okay.
Almost.
I'm living on coffee.
Gotcha.
yeah,
No, you had to.
before this stream,
hours sleep.
I was going on not much sleep and also was in the middle of eating some chicken, but unfortunately I was not able to finish said chicken because this was more important.
Chicken.
I know. It's so fucked up. I don't
Wait,
even
what
get to eat
kind
my
of
chicken because
chicken?
of
Earlier
this.
post stream.
Wait,
The
what kind of
true
chicken?
tragedy.
Is it the chicken leggy
Oh,
or
I'm
the chicken
gigantic.
breasts?
It
Oh my
was
goodness, I'm
actually,
gigantic.
I think I said it was a
To the
chicken
corner.
wing
Like-
earlier, but I misspoke. It was a
Hello.
Spit
breast.
on me!
Because, you know,
I
we're-
mean, don't.
Poneko is known
Hold on,
for chicken breasts. I'll just say that.
And I don't think it was until like 2 days ago that I actually got to really talk with any of the other Funatubers. So
I'm hungry.
this is an interesting.
You guys made
development.
me hungry.
I'm sorry. I
You're
made
hungry?
everything
Get some
go
food,
off
silly.
kilter.
Oh my gosh, I want food. But I'm too
It's all good. You
lazy.
can get some food soon.
Oh, will you share if you get some food?
If I get food, I'll share with you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I really
do you want?
appreciate it. Chicken tendies.
Chicken tendies. Okay. I'm not a huge
Yes.
fan of chicken, so I'll just give them all to you.
Oh, okay, thank you. I love chicken tendies. Do you guys want to share chicken tendies?
I might have to take you up on
Sure.
that offer.
I guess I can share. So I did just come in late, so I'm not sure where we're at currently in the document, what we're
Oh,
discussing,
me too.
what's going on. Oh,
we
you
were
too.
in the leak section, but I can skip to your section and then move back if you would like.
Hmm?
Whatever you'd prefer.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to
Whatever you
move
want.
over to Fee's section so that Fee can explain in her own words what exactly happened.
Gotcha. I did talk about this on my stream earlier, but I will explain it again for those who weren't able to make it. Hi, I'm Fee. I'm one of the people that was unfortunately affected by the situation with Funamusea. I started out by commissioning Funamusea back in, I believe, I contacted her in May of 2023 and sorted out by mid-June, I had sorted out a commission and paid for the commission. My first update was not until August when, out of concern toward a recent post that she had, a then recent post that she had posted, saying that she would not be interested in working with overseas clients anymore due to some things that happened, which I am unaware of the situation there. I emailed her out of concern and asked if this would affect the commission whatsoever, and she immediately responded back with an update on the model, and up to then, I had not yet had a response on what's going on with the model. This image on the screen currently is the second update that I had in November 8th. The first one was in August sometime. I forget the exact date, but I think it's somewhere in the document there.
Yeah, August
I
21st.
believe it was, oh yeah.
Also, I'm
August
sharing it,
21st,
by the
yes,
way,
so from-
on Discord, so if you'd like me, like, scroll up or scroll down, just
Gotcha,
let me know.
gotcha. Let me check that out then. Yeah, so basically, from then it wasn't until November that I got another update, which was my last update that I ever received. So I got two separate updates regarding it. Where my manager I had requested my manager to, and also to Funamusea, to get us into a group chat together to move forward on my debut plans, and so that way my manager could stay up to date on what's going on in our communication. And of course, I received that second model update where it showed more of the full body. And from that point until about, I believe it was late January 2020, January 24th, I believe, or 25th, I don't recall exact date, but it's in the document as well, that I received a response from Funamusea, finally, stating, after being ghosted for 3 months, that I would not be getting my model completed. in time because she'd be focusing on scab work instead to focus on her house debt. And that's not to say that I don't care about her house debt, but more to say I wish I had known sooner about this development rather than being ghosted for 3 months. But that was the last update I received until recently when somebody leaked to Funamusea that we were upset with her. And then I got a very sudden response from Funamusea after she saw my posts on Twitter that I vaguely stated that I was upset regarding the developments, where she responded to Doki's post offering her services for artwork. At that point, I received a message from Funamusea stating that she would cancel the order and give a refund, although the last message that my manager had sent was simply requesting an update on how far she had gotten in the past 3 months. So to this day, I have no idea how far she got with the model past the November update, or if she ever got past that update. I don't know. Right now, I am just being promised a 2-month wait time to get it refunded, but unfortunately, this nearly ruined my debut plans for March. So it's a bit upsetting, more so in the moment than now, where I've kind of calmed down since then, and kind of sorted myself out and found some solutions thanks to some very talented and kind people in my life. But unfortunately, that is what the case was between me and Funamusea that I wish would never have happened, especially since I really looked up to Funamusea and I really enjoy her artwork, as I'm sure many of you in chat do. I'm sorry that it has turned out this way. Thank you for listening.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's
Yeah.
it's very unfair what has happened to so many of you, because even if the money is refunded, I don't want to speak for anyone, but having that money now versus 2 months in the future, it's not as comforting to not have the money as it would be to have the money. and this is
that's kind of part of
something-
the issue, right?
Yeah. And this is something that I mentioned earlier, but there was a person I knew who did actually ask Funamusea for a refund and never received it. And it's been 6 months or so. Over 6 months.
And here's the thing, right?
So it doesn't
If 3
inspire
months ago I had
confidence,
known
right?
that she was not able to complete it. If I had known 6 months, like 3 months ago, that she had no abilities to complete the commission, if she hadn't ghosted me for 3 months and just been honest, I would have been able to take that time to possibly get a new model done without having to get a rushed model. I could have also preferably gotten a refund, which could have gone toward a new model. So I almost didn't get my debut because of that. I just very thankfully had a very, very kind friend who helped me out. So it
Aw.
almost
That's
became a
very
ruined
sweet.
debut because Funamusea refused to be communicative with me.
I'm glad that it turned
Yeah.
out well in the end, but I'm sure that was a very stressful situation for you.
Absolutely. I was kind of
Um-
having to rethink how long I'd have to wait for my model to be complete, how long until my debut.
Could you remind the chat how long you specifically waited? And Brave too, if that's okay for you to mention.
Yes, absolutely.
8 months for me, since May/June of 2023. About 8 months now. So, yeah.
How about you, Brave?
My turn. Let me check.
We're checking the receipts.
I'm checking the receipts because my brain is slow.
The other thing that I mentioned that was part of the issue of having to wait and end up not getting a model despite the long wait time. And a few of us have also experienced this issue because obviously over time, the value of the Japanese yen has gone down. And this is not to say this is Funamusea's fault whatsoever, because obviously she cannot control the flow of currency. However, I would have definitely preferred a model and having spent the money on the model rather than having no model and down 500, even post-refund.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's kind of
No, that was
the
July.
nature
That's
of this whole situation.
That's
oh,
just
oh, I got it,
partially
I got it.
one thing I'd like to say is that also illustrates just how much time had passed. The fact that inflation
Yeah.
had literally affected your refund by making it so that you were out $500. Once
Mhm.
again, this is not Funamusea's fault.
I mean, it's
the currency
and
changes,
Mm.
but it's frustrating.
It does
Yeah.
change.
and I guess the
I
difference between. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I
No,
insist.
you first. We were talking about the
No, no, no,
time.
no,
The
no.
time.
You go
No,
ahead.
no. I insist. I
No,
insist.
I insist.
Fine, you win. Okay, you win.
Oh, you're
All I was
yay.
gonna say is it's the difference between originally paying 3,900 for the model versus receiving back 3,400. So, that kind of a difference to clarify. Which may seem insignificant compared to the full amount, but yeah, that loss is very unfortunate due to time. But go ahead, Brave. Sorry.
Alrighty. I have been waiting my model since February the 22nd, 2022. And
So
I
how
have
many years is
not
that?
I have not had the model finished.
Fee was lucky enough to receive a refund
2022.
though. So we would like that to
Yeah, I don't know. I have not received the refund so far.
Yes.
Have
Fee,
Yeah.
received the refund though.
Fee, would
I
you
have
like
received
to
the full refund.
explain
Oh, you
maybe
did?
why you
Yes.
believe that you received a full refund and maybe why some others haven't yet? It's totally understandable if you would like to go more in depth, but there's a reason why we believe that maybe Fee was more likely to receive a refund than other clients.
Oh, so Brave didn't receive the refund? Is what
No,
you
I
mean?
did.
Brave did receive the refund.
I received the full
Okay.
refund.
So you're asking me to kind of explain why I think there may be a reason why I received a full. I was
Oh,
offered
no,
a
no.
refund while others were not.
Part of my point was with regards to Brave receiving the refund and Fee not receiving the refund. We aren't totally sure why that is, though we have
Remind me
have
how much
ideas.
Brave paid for the model.
I
How much
paid
Would
was
you
it?
like to share that?
I paid around, let's see. Time to use some math calculator. What's my calculator? Oh wait, I'll just read it. Let's see. For the Live 2D model, which I asked on February 22nd, 2022, I paid around 200,000 yen. Full payment
Okay.
upfront.
How much is that in USD?
I don't remember.
200,000
I would have to check my other receipt.
Japanese yen to USD. That would be okay. So I wonder if the reason why you received a refund and I have not yet, you received an immediate refund, could be a few things. One, it could be that the amount was lower than what she owes me, where she owes you about 1,300 USD. She owes me about 3,400 USD. And thank you, Mortem in chat, for the amount.
Thank you.
But yeah, that could be one reason.
Wait.
Mhm.
I wasn't done. I was gonna show my second receipt.
Oh, sorry.
It's
There's a
okay.
second receipt.
Yeah, there
Brave-
was a second receipt.
Brave ordered
Surprise!
additional items, by the way. So it wasn't just a VTuber
Yes,
model for
I
Brave,
also-
just to be
Okay.
clear.
Yes. And I also
Gotcha.
paid around 45,000 yen. And I did receive that.
45,000 yen?
refund.
Okay.
Yes. So I
45,000
already
yen.
got my full refund, which is 245,000 yen.
245,000 Japanese yen to USD. That would be 1,600 approximately 1,600 USD in today's money.
Yes.
Since
I have
when you first got it commissioned.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So again, my number one possibility is that the reason she paid you back first, and I have not yet received a payment, is because it's just a smaller amount. Maybe it could be another reason. This is just, again, speculation. This is a
Mhm.
guess.
This is
It's
our
not
guess.
a statement of fact
We do not know
whatsoever.
why.
But there's a very small, teeny tiny, itty bitty, tiny, teeny tiny possibility that she may have chosen to not refund me yet. Possibly, maybe, from the fact that I kind of called her out on Twitter from the get-go. Possibly.
That
It may be relevant.
might be it.
Maybe. Also, another thing I would like
Possibly.
to quickly
Maybe.
I
mention
don't know though.
is the people who have been refunded are a much smaller percentage than the people who have not been refunded. For example, I have been refunded and Brave has been refunded, but the majority of clients have not yet been refunded. And I'm not going to talk about my
She's
personal
in fact
section
blocked a
quite yet,
client.
but my commission that I ordered was relatively inexpensive at around 120 USD. So I think that may also play a part into why I was refunded earlier than some others, because the amount was
Possibly.
let's be real, $120 is a lot of money, but it was significantly less than the other victims.
I'm just surprised I got a refund really quick. That's why I'm just
Well,
surprised.
I am glad that
So-
you got the refund.
Okay. I am glad too.
Is it all right if
There'll be so much.
I
Oh,
wanted
go
to answer a question of someone in the chat, and you guys could also provide your expertise as professional VTubers. Someone in the chat was
Professional?
asking, yeah, professional.
Professional.
Well, Fee
Finally,
is
someone,
professional.
someone call me professional.
I'm such a small guy. Not
I'm
professional.
finally. Someone
I'm just a
acknowledge
little
me.
guy.
I'm professional now. Praise me. Praise
I'm
me now.
professional.
I do
Praise
praise
your
the
senpai.
What does that say about actually professional people?
Oh, also,
But
let
what-
me read the question really quick. Someone wanted to know around how long do VTuber model commissions typically take, and please keep in mind this is
That
a
depends.
range.
Can I give an example?
I'd like to give an example first, and then you can definitely
Alrighty.
provide your expertise as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Typically, it seems as though VTuber models usually take between, I would say, for the artwork alone and the rigging, it's different for each step of the process. With Funamusea, she was working on both the art and the rigging in all of these cases. So I would say for art alone, usually around probably between 3 months and 6 months, though it can go up by a few months or down by a few months. Would you say that's a fair estimate?
Yeah.
Yeah, it also
Yes,
really depends
I-
on the
It
artist.
depends.
They
It
usually
does
give you
definitely
an
depend,
estimate.
though. That's why it can
I would
it can
say
vary
the art
widely.
takes way longer than rigging.
Not Oh yeah. That's for the art portion. For the rigging portion, from what I have seen, it's usually around, I think, 1 to 3 months, assuming that there's no wait list.
Mhm.
So
This might be worth mentioning, but if I
It can actually
remember
go down to 2
correctly,
weeks.
I got my rigging literally 1.5 weeks after my model was finished.
Funamusea is
Huh.
working hard on your model.
Huh.
I don't know why.
I received my rigging quite fast too. I mentioned this earlier, but
Jealous.
my experience
So-
with receiving my VTuber model was generally very, very positive, and I actually even endorsed Funamusea to multiple of my friends who were interested in potentially buying artwork from her, potentially buying models from her, and that was because my experience at that time was good, and I don't want to take that away from her. She did do a good job and was professional in that exchange. Unfortunately, many more exchanges, not just mine, have occurred since then, about 2 years ago. A little over 2 years ago. Anyways, I think that Fee, you wanted to say something?
I'd actually like to note one odd thing that I've kind of noticed, and I can't really come up with an explanation in my head for it, because I guess all the things that Funamusea does within the situation doesn't really seem to make much sense. And that being why there are a couple of models that I can think of that I know for sure were completed within the time frame of the past 4 years. Meanwhile, other models were being not being completed. So basically, she was completing models that were commissioned more recently compared to models that had been waiting for much longer to be finished.
I'm
what I
not sure
see.
if that's if that's entirely true, just in the sense that I think that some of the we don't know exactly when those models were commissioned, and from what I can tell, I believe that the recent the people who recently bought models are the ones who have been waiting the longest. There were only, I believe, in 2022, and please correct me if I am wrong, and remember that I am a cat girl, so sometimes brain don't work. I believe that Funamusea completed 2 or 3 models in 2023, despite taking on upwards
Gotcha.
of 10 plus VTuber commissions during that year. It's certainly above 10, by the way.
And to
I'm just being
clarify,
conservative.
I have no idea on the Japanese side how many Japanese Vtubers were completed on the side as well. So I only have knowledge currently of like mostly what's going on with the English side of the Vtubers. So I don't know what is on the Japanese side.
Got it. Would
Yeah,
anyone
it is
else
worth
like
mentioning
to
that
comment?
Rain and Manova were one of the first ones to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Rain was not one of the first ones to be made. Manova was.
Poneko, when did you get your model commission out of curiosity?
I got my model commissioned. I ordered the model originally in, I believe, August, or I'm just going to say in summer of 2021. And then I received the model,
Okay.
the completed model, in winter of 2021.
So it seems like the following year is when she started to just kind of drop off with,
If we're to look
preparing
at the
models on
timeline,
time.
that would indicate that in 2022 is when the problems began to arise. Yes.
I kind of wonder why that is.
Well, we have
Maybe
no
there's no
idea.
reason at all. I don't know. Yeah.
I think it may be that
It's all
she
kind of
took on
speculation at this
more.
point.
I think it may be because she took on more models during that time, because when I was
Possibly.
I know when Rushi, me, Manova commissioned her, that's 3 models, and that is a significant amount to work on, but it wasn't like it wasn't like 10 inside of commissioned within like 4 months of each other.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But this is all
again,
speculation
my
on our part.
knowledge is
We
just
don't know why.
kind of all over the place. Yes.
Yeah.
We can speculate all damn day for all we know. I mean,
Exactly.
realistically,
Yeah.
I have no clue.
And as I've said earlier, we do sympathize with Funamusea, but the fact of the matter is people have lost money and wasted time, which is why we're talking about this. And, you know, many of us have debts as well, is all I would like to say on
Yep.
that. Okay, so if anyone
Wait.
else has anything to say, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to the next section.
I do
Alrighty, Brave. Hit
have
me with
something
it.
to say. That I shall be right back because I am getting cold.
Got it.
Go warm yourself up.
Yeah,
Take
I
care of
gotta put
yourself.
on some clothes right
Go
now.
get
but-
yourself
but
a
I will be
blanket.
back though. I will put on some clothes. I am freezing right now.
One other thing I'd like to note is that because of the lack of communication, a lot of times I would be having to refer to her Miski, not her Twitter, because she at that point rarely posted on her Twitter during that time period. But I had to refer to her Miski to find out any information on what she was up to and if there was any updates whatsoever on my model. I would have to. I spent much of my time checking her Twitter, checking her Miski, checking her Twitch to see if she had been streaming recently, anything to really give myself some kind of update to see what was going on with my model, especially since I had no interaction whatsoever to indicate that she was working on it at all. A Miski is it's a Fediverse kind of thing. It's like what's the word?
It's another social media site, essentially.
It's like it's decentralized. Yes, decentralized Twitter, basically. But yeah, I had to refer to those things, and it was very discouraging to see that because I had to refer to like things like Miski to get any information. I found, unfortunately, post after post of either just gaming or freaking out about not responding to messages on Discord. And Discord is primarily where I was trying to contact her at. But yeah, it was through her Miss Key that I learned that she was openly not really looking at / responding to DMs at all. Specifically, she referred to Twitter and Discord as DMs that she did not want to check. So after a while, at first she really used Twitter a lot when I first commissioned her, but then she stopped using it nearly altogether for like months on end. So a lot of my information from her came from her Miss Key, just to get any source of something that she was still alive and that things were still possibly, maybe, hopefully, to some extent moving forward. I didn't have anything else to go off of. So it was a very anxiety-inducing 3 months. Especially since I had a, debut coming up in like a couple months. So it was a bit terrifying that the 2D model that I was supposed to prepare for that was MIA.
And you were promised false deadlines
That's all I wanted
too.
to make sure I said.
So it's not as though you were
Yes, I was promised that it'd be completed by
rushing
November.
things.
Then it was December. Then it was January, and I ended up promising her, hey, no rush. I'm moving my debut to March, so if you need more time, take that time that you need to.
And she took it all right.
I guess I don't even know if she even read that. Yeah, took it all. Yeah.
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 Also, I'm in the document right now and
happened.
showing the examples of the Miski posts that you're referring to, where these are
Yes.
machine translated. So please bear with us if there
Yes.
are incorrect statements being made. But from the translation, it says, get back to work for one of them, which I wonder what that would be referring to. And another one, I'm afraid that if I upload game screenshots, clients will think I'm playing instead of working. Experienced. No, I've been spending a lot of time on Miski instead of Twitter, but recently I've been using a lot more. People have increased, so my heart gets heavier every time I post for the above reasons. Another post, I'm scared of X and Discord notifications. Another post, I don't know what the green circle scum who can't meet deadlines have to say about that. There are things I need to check, but I am too afraid to look at them. And as an artist and as a consultant and as a person being paid to do business, as stressful as it may be, you are paid to communicate with your clients. And as unpleasant as it is, you are obligated to respond to them.
It's not like I was like even like it wasn't like I was just like on her Miski randomly or like I somehow like stalked enough to find it. Like I moved over to Miski temporarily when things with Twitter were kind of going haywire, and I really enjoyed using Miski, so I kind of used it on a daily basis to kind of just chill and look at stuff. And then she knew that like Funamusea and I followed each other on Miski, so she was perfectly aware that I could see all her posts. So there's no way she couldn't have known that her at least one of her clients was seeing her Miski posts and might find it a bit odd what she's saying. So I don't know. It feels
it's not
strange
a private
knowing
account,
that she
is
knew
what
I could see her
Fee
Miski post.
Highlighting is that this account was a public account, and these were not
It is public, yes, on
screenshots
Miski.
from a private account. Because we wouldn't want to, obviously.
It's completely open, and she was fully aware that I could see it.
Exactly.
Which should have been enough to say, maybe I shouldn't post things that my clients can see like that.
Yep. That's what you probably should do if you are being professional as an artist. I think that it's, while I don't think that Funamusea is a bad person, I think that it's clear that they have not been professional in many of these interchanges, which is our main gripe. Let me just check to make sure that there are no questions that I missed. From what I can recall, not many Japanese VTubers were made either. I'm not sure about the exact amount of Japanese VTubers, and I'm not sure about the amount of pre-debut Japanese VTubers that are waiting for their models. I do know that there are around, I think, 6 Japanese VTubers. You can also look in my channel description because I list the Japanese Funatubers in my inside of my featured channel list. So if you'd like to subscribe to them or check them out, feel free to do so. Also, Fee, I think you wanted to say something.
Sorry?
I thought I heard you say something, so I just wanted to make sure that you were able to
Oh,
say
I was
whatever it
likely
was.
typing.
Oh, okay. My bad then.
If I did something, so if I was gonna say something, I don't recall what I was gonna say. My brain is not functional the greatest like most of the time. So usually if I think of something,
we are
it
all
obviously
so
wasn't important enough to
tired.
remember.
We are all running on fumes. Because
We're all running on Red Bull and
we
Sprite.
also had to
Life
rush
unfortunately
getting
moves
this
on after this for me.
this
so-
document edited out and ready to go, partially because of the leaker making it so that we were forced to act sooner. Also, I would like to say that we do not know who the leaker is, and we would prefer that you do not speculate as to who leaked anything. I would like to say that I trust with my life every single person that came out on this document to not be the leaker. And do not speculate about who you think that the leaker is or harass anyone. We do not know who the leaker is. And even if we did know who the leaker was, we would not be saying their name publicly. But we are upset with the person who leaked this because ultimately we wanted to be able to approach Funamusea in our own words directly to her, not to have our words be taken out of context in a moment with the heat of emotions. And so we do not appreciate what that person did. And also because it stressed out Funamusea, ultimately, because those messages were not meant for her to see. And we wish that Funamusea didn't see those messages as well, because we were definitely upset. And I bet Funamusea herself probably kind of wishes she didn't see those messages. That's all I'm going to say about the leaker for now. Or the leaks. Which, remember, we stand by what we said, but we still did not want that to be said.
Like I was saying, I don't think that really helped anybody. What the leaker did doesn't help anyone at all. Really just helping themselves, I guess, get some credit with Funamusea. I don't know. Good for them.
I don't know. I'm going to move on to the next section, though, if that's all right. So I'm going to just read verbatim, essentially, what happened to a few of the people mentioned on this document. Dreaming Rain, 2-year and 8-month wait, spent $254,000 yen, and has not received her refund yet, despite being, I believe, despite being the person who I believe has waited the longest. Let me double check that she has not received the refund, because I don't want to say anything that is untrue. But please go through the document.
But she received a full model.
Could you repeat that one more time?
There's Mona, but she received the full model.
I'm talking about Rain right now.
Yeah, but for the wait time.
Oh, yeah. I'm just talking about Rain in terms of, like, she's the person who has waited the longest for a model rather than for assets.
Oh yeah, right.
Excuse me. I believe that Rain has not been refunded. Totally good. Let me just double check my facts. Okay. Funamusea apologized for the delay, but did not answer if she would offer the PSD with the partial refund. Rain woke up and saw a follow-up message that Funamusea decided to cancel the entire commission and said she would refund within a few months, which was disheartening to hear. Rain was, like Brave and many others, one of the commissioners who wanted to keep the artwork and simply receive a partial refund. Partially, I think because she wanted to have the model, but also because we felt it would be beneficial to Funamusea as well, because she would be able to keep more of the money for the work that she actually did complete. I don't want to speak for anyone, but I think that offering the clients offering a partial refund to begin with is a pretty kind gesture, and it makes me a little bit sad to see that that was denied. But it didn't happen to me, but oh no, Brave. I know that you did not like that happening to you. All right, I'm going to move on to the next section. Please read Rain's descriptions and experience entirely on your own. Rain in particular is someone who was ghosted worse than any single person in this entire document. Let me just check and see. On October 18th, 2022, a year after the initial payment, Funamusea apologized again for the delay, offered a free chibi as compensation, and told Rain she would send progress in the near future. No chibi was ever sent to Rain as of February 14th, 2024. Reminder, near future.
Oh, I'm back.
Rain received...
Welcome back.
Oh, welcome back. Rain received 0 updates for the remainder of 2022 and all of 2023 after the message in October. Remember, near future. Does 2 years sound like the near future to anyone in this chat? Whether or not you support Funamusea,
Yeah.
that's not the near future, baby.
Oh, yeah,
That's
sounds
not
like
the near future.
Can I add
100%,
something to
yeah.
this?
Oh, I'm just finishing up reading
Can I
Rain's
add-
portion.
Oh,
If
okay.
you'd like to add after. The next contact between Funamusea and Rain was when Rain reached out on February 13th, 2024, and asked for a partial refund and a PSD file to look for a different rigger. And like many others, she was refused the option for a partial refund and has not received it to this date. What was it you would like to say, Brave?
She also offered me a chibi.
I never gave it to you, right?
Yep, and not only that, when I asked her about the other thing, she also gave me a free emote thing, which she never gave me. Yeah.
Baffling.
Fun.
That's all I have to say
There's
about
somebody
And
that.
else who
I
didn't receive an
wasn't-
overlay.
I wasn't the only one, if I recall, was offered for the free chibi,
I believe that
which no one have ever got.
no free
Just saying.
chibis were given. I did commission a chibi from Funamusea, which you will see in my lovely outro video. But it was not for free, and I did commission it, and I like it. It's beautiful. That's all I have to say about that for my experience. I'm gonna move on to the next section unless anyone has any new comments or things that they would like to add.
No, we're good, I think.
Alrighty.
We're
I'm gonna
good,
move
don't
on
mind me.
to-
I'm just drinking my apple juice.
Yummy. I'm jealous. Also, I'm going pretty quickly through the sections of people that are not here, partially because I don't want to speak on their behalf. But I'm going to read Mecha Kitten's section of the document now, who waited 1 year and 11 months, almost 2 years, and spent 918,000 yen. Would someone mind doing the calculations in the chat to see just how much money that
Like,
is?
how much? How much?
918,000 yen.
And make
That's
sure to do it
that's
on
a lot of
April
doubloons.
13th of 2022.
That's a lot of doubloons.
Or April 17th, right? So that's 2 years ago. There is going to be so much difference
So much
in the
lost
conversion rate.
in inflation, because 2 years ago that would have been like I don't want to speak too much, but that would be like $10,000 today, even if it was, you know,
Oh.
$7,000 back
Do you know
then.
any do you know how many Whaler plushie I would buy for that much money? Oh my god. So many.
Just think about all the completed VTuber models you could buy for that much money and actually get them on time.
I'm just thinking.
I could be paying my bills for a good while.
Oh yeah,
I would be.
that's
legit
real
I would
money.
be
of
buying
that.
Whalers.
Yeah,
I would
That's
be
almost
buying-
the year
for me.
I would be buying so much Pokemon plushie, and I'll be laying on them, and I'll be like on the team.
And by the way, I did do the calculations, and that amount is $6,110 US. But remember that this was paid 2 years ago, so the amount was likely different due to inflation and also currency differences because the yen is weak right now, which we do not blame Funamusea for. All right, I'm going to continue reading Mecha's section now. So, communication began in April of 2022 and received the following schedule from Funamusea before anyone says that we were not promised specific deadlines. The Mecha Kitten's initial quoted wait, from Funamusea herself, was January 2023. Are we in January 2023 right now? Or is that not last year? And a month.
That was like last year.
Yep. So that deadline was missed. And he sent the payment in April of 2022 as well. Here are the screenshots confirming the payment. Here's the sketch that he received in January 2023. Which, if you remember correctly, originally inside of the schedule, she said that she would be completed by January 2023. And yet, that is when the first update was received. So, then later on in May...
Mecha paid so much.
Mecha...
He
Mecha paid
did.
so
I
much money.
remember him telling me a lot about it. Wish I was really happy for him.
Happy for
And they
him
have
that
the
he will
highest
hopefully
amount
get
paid
the
and
damn
the second
refund.
That he was
highest.
excited and waiting.
Yeah. No, I
But,
know. He
yeah.
was gonna have such cool stuff. It's so unfair. Anyways,
I know, right? He worked very
I don't know
hard.
about flaunting money necessarily, so much as it
He
is
worked
putting
very
into work,
hard.
Oh yeah,
putting
he
money
was
into something
something
that is worth the money.
that he believed in and something that he was excited for. People
Yeah.
do not simply spend
Mhm.
thousands of dollars for something that they don't really care that much about. This was something that was important to Mecha. So I'm just going to continue reading his section. These are the screenshots showing about more excuses from Funamusea about why she was late. Almost a year. Goddamn. Here's the final communication. Where she said, "Hello, I'm so sorry for the delay in contacting you in September of 2023. She sent a partially rendered head and not much else. And said that she would be working on Skebs later because this message is a later message and the other one is a more recent one. All right, so Reina Hardgore waited for 3 years and spent 197,000 yen. One thing I would like to clarify, that is not the amount that is owed to Reina Hardgore, in case that was unclear. That's the amount that she spent. And her statement is saying that Reina wanted to express that as of right now, part of the money has not been returned to her. Reina feels her loss is small compared to the others, and her situation is not as bad, but she wishes to urge readers to direct their main attention towards cases with larger sums of money. However, she still wishes to warn others of the unprofessional and misconduct she faced from Funamusea. Reina purchased her model from Funamusea as an adoptable design in January 2021. The original model listing said it included a small hat toggle that would be included for free after the initial sale of the model and was included in the initial price as it was not finished yet. In February 2021, Funamusea reached out to design the hat after designing it, she asked if Reina would like a new outfit to go along with the hat free of charge, as it was Funamusea's idea. Reina said yes and wanted to add a few things that Reina would pay for in addition to the free assets. She wanted to add a witch hat, shark pet, and spellbook toggle, which Funamusea agreed to and quoted Reina 1,200 and 5,000 yen for. Funamusea said it would be delivered and everything would be completed by August/September 2021. On April 20th, 2021, Funamusea also said that she would like to update the rigging on Reina's to 2.0, as Funamusea said it had very outdated rigs and had upgraded Fuukoyuni's model to 2.0 for similar reasons. Reina had received an illustration for the familiar character design, Shibata, but not any of the other Live 2D assets that was paid for by Reina. Reina has still not received any of these assets to this day. February 15th, 2024 document release. And I'm going to move through this section a little bit, but essentially, Funamusea did refund Reina 5,000 yen, but still owes her a partial refund of the 1,200 yen of unfinished and undelivered work. Reina could not verify the exact total of the 1,200 yen, minus the illustration she did receive, as the drive had been deleted. As of right now, Funamusea has unfriended Reina on Discord and closed all channels of communication between the two, and Funamusea shows no signs of giving Reina a refund. Just to confirm, 1,200 yen, I believe, is around $80, so some portion of that should be refunded to Reina because she has not received the entire portion of what she had bought. She received part of it, which is why a partial refund would make more sense inside of Reina's case. So now I'm going to move on to Mephisto Vane, who had a 2-year and 6-month wait and spent 2,200 220,000 yen. Mephisto paid Funamusea for a Live 2D model on August 30th, 2021. Oh, before I move on to this section, would anyone like to add any comments? Okay,
I have no comments to currently add.
I'm gonna keep
I'm,
on moving
Feeling.
then. I'm gonna keep on chugging
Pretty
along.
much
We're
everything
getting
that can
through
be said
it.
has already
We're
been
almost,
said in this
we're
document,
almost
so-
halfway done, guys.
Yeah.
We're almost
Don't
halfway done,
worry.
They put a
which
lot
is
of work
why
into this, so I
God.
think
We
almost
did.
everything's said.
And that's
Yeah.
partially why I'm not
Don't
able to
mind me.
read every single screenshot or read every single message from everyone,
I think
because
nearly every single one of us got ghosted. So
Yeah,
this is all
because-
surprise
Oh
to me.
yeah.
a girl's gotta work. You know, I have work tomorrow, and I cannot unfortunately spend all night reading this document as much as I might want to. Okay, so Mephisto Vane, 2-year and 6-month wait, 220,000 yen spent. Let's put that in the calculator to see how much that's worth in today's money. 1,500, around 1,500 USD. It's technically 1,464, but we're gonna round up because I'm sure that it's above actually 1,500 that he ended up paying due to this being 2 years ago and inflation and all of the other things that we have said in the past. So Mephisto paid for a Live 2D model in August, and at that time progress was steady and he was given regular updates. However, when the model illustration was completed and it was time for Funamusea to begin the rigging process, progress slowed almost to a complete halt. The model illustration was completed on April 5th, 2022, 8 months after the commission was initially paid for. Mephisto thought this was a reasonable wait time considering Funamusea was actively working on other models at the time, finishing them and releasing more works and illustrations. Yes, back in 2022, remember, multiple Funatubers had debuted and gotten their models. For example, me, Rushi, Rainy, I think Tulip,
Marrow?
I think Mara was 2023. But,
Oh, right.
Mako, I believe, as well. Mono. So that's 5. Basically, he's illustrating that he had good reason to believe that his work was going to be done on time at that time. Okay, I'm going to keep on moving then. There were several communications about various details, device specifications, and illustration adjustments, but through 2022 and 2023, most communications were about delays and missed deadlines. So essentially, he did receive some communication from Funamusea, but the communication did not, for the most part, include actual updates and was mostly communications about delay after delay. On January 9th, 2023, a year ago from today, or not exactly a year ago, but around a year ago, Funamusea approached Mephisto with adjusted illustrations. He had not asked for any adjustments on the model and had assured her several times he was happy with everything. Despite this, she went out of her way to create extra assets and make adjustments. Since Mephisto was thankful for the extra assets, he tried to not think about possible delays to the rigging this may cause. Since that time, communications between Mephisto and Funamusea consisted entirely of discussions regarding delays. However, before that, there were several delays that Mephisto considered reasonable at the time. So, on May 19th, 2023, Funamusea reached out to Mephisto along with other Funatubers to extend an apology for the delays, and Mephisto decided to refrain from messaging Funamusea until the deadline she had set to avoid stressing her out. And I'm going to move a little bit forward. He determined that it was reasonable to message once a month to ask if there was any progress. In November, after another deadline passed, he asked for an update and was told that Funamusea would contact him again later. He was not contacted again until January 25th, 2024, where Funamusea told him she was unable to work on his commission. So, wait a whole year, no updates. Outside of, I can't work on this right now, and please wait longer. All the deadlines for...
The same updates we always get.
Indeed.
Definitely, when we do get updates, that is usually the update that is received. All deadlines set for the work that were missed were July-August 2022, June/July 2023, and October 2023. So it was pushed back 3 times. Every other time frame given was much more vague, and Mephisto was often told, quote unquote, please wait a little longer. I know, I've seen that message before. On February 13th,
Please wait a little
Funamusea
longer.
approached
Please wait a
Mephisto
little
at the
longer.
same time she had communications with many other Funatubers. Mephisto did not ask for a refund. Funamusea decided to refund and cancel the commission despite Mephisto not having communicated with her since November 2023. Mephisto asked if, rather than being given even a partial refund, he could instead receive the model PSD for rigging elsewhere, or to simply keep the design. Funamusea refused, deciding to continue with the refund and cancellation, refusing to give Mephisto the PSD or allow him to retain the character design. Mephisto has not received a refund yet. And this is just to add additional context to show that there is a history of pushing back deadlines. Further, Mephisto had an experience with attempting to commission Funamusea through Skeb multiple times. Twice, Mephisto sent in a Skeb request to Funamusea, and both times the Skeb expired after being accepted. Funamusea also sent a request for the Skeb to be resubmitted after it was expired, but after the second time it expired, Mephisto gave up on something in the Skeb. Another thing I would like to speculate is that maybe part of the reason why she did not work on Mephisto's Skebs and instead worked on potentially other clients' Skebs could be because Mephisto had shown that he was willing to wait in the past. Whereas she may not have known that other clients that submitted Skebs would be willing to wait. This is just my speculation. Torrendine Este, aka Amaya Himesawa. 2 year and 1 month wait, 235,000 yen spent. Let's put that in. How much money is that? $1,564 in today's money. It was probably more like $2,000 back then. On February 12th, 2022, Funamusea gave Torin the timeline of commissioned work. Let's check this out. The production plan is as follows. July 2022, illustration completed. August 2022, completion of Live 2D. Meaning that around 2 years has passed since the initial production plan set by Funamusea herself. And he paid Funamusea on February 12th, 2022. Okay, this is just proof of the payment being made. More delays. Torin 3 months later requested an update on the progress of the rigging on April 5th, 2023. You can see that here. Funamusea then sent a WIP update on April 14th, 2023. After another wait with no progress updates, on September 5th, Torin reached out again. And after waiting until the new date was up for rigging with no updates or contact, Torin reached out on October 30th, 2023. One thing that I would like to note is that largely in many of our experiences with Funamusea, she would not initiate first contact. Even when she gave the delays, these were not being sent to her from her initially. These were messages that we had to personally reach out for every time. Right, moving on. These delays continued until December 2nd, 2023, and Torin began to get frustrated. Torin then requested to either get an update in 2 weeks of when the message was sent or partial refund, to which Funamusea responded by canceling the commission and promising a full refund and saying to discard the illustration. They have not received the promised refunds as of the time of writing. So Torin also wanted to get a partial refund and was denied. The last message in their conversation was dated January 13th, 2024. Oh, I think that there may be an error here. It says February 15th, 2023, but I believe that this may be meant to say 2024. All right, Anonymous A, 2 years and 1 month wait, 200,000 yen spent. Let's see what that is again. In today's money, that's around 1,331 USD. Reminder again, this number was higher back when the conversion rates were different. Okay, NNA received an email regarding the timeline of their VTuber commission on January 2022 and paid for that model that same day. Here's the production plan again. The production plan is as follows. May 2022, illustration completed. June 2022, completion of Live 2D. We are 2 years past this point, about. The rough sketch was sent to A on February 2nd, 2022. The final illustration was sent to them on May 19th, 2022 after they requested some minor corrections. I'm going to just move it along a little bit. On February 12th, 2024, A messaged Funamusea requesting a partial refund on their model as their illustration was complete and only needed rigging. Please look at the screenshots of Anonymous A if you would like to receive more information. This person also I think that, however, Funamusea denied their request and opted for a full refund. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Oh, it's me! It's me!
Yay! It's you! Hi, you.
Sit
We're 2
well.
hours in, and I still haven't talked about what happened to me. I'd like to. Okay, I'm gonna
Yay!
read this in the first person because I'm talking about myself. This is me. I would like to state that I know that other clients have had much worse experiences than me, and that I would like to have you listen to their stories first, as I kind of did today, for the most part. Poneko paid 19,000 yen for a commission back in July 2022. Poneko regularly and politely asked for updates, and the final progress update she received was back in late January 2023, over a year ago as of writing this. Poneko was willing to wait longer because it was just an illustration rather than an entire VTuber model, unlike other clients. So one thing I would like to make clear, I still believed that the wait was excessive, but because the model, because I was not getting model art, I did not have an immediate need for the artwork like the other people who were waiting for VTuber models. This was an illustration that I was planning to use in a cover song. So that's why I was willing to continue to wait and never requested for a refund. But after seeing the Dokibird tweet, I wanted to confront Funamusea to honestly inform her that it hurt my feelings to see Funamusea publicly solicit work from Dokibird when over 10 clients have been waiting for 1 to 3 years. Please look here. Please click here to see the screenshots if you want to see exactly how I phrased it. I said it around pretty much verbatim from what I said here. Earlier, Funamusea told Poneko to wait longer because she would prefer to work on Skebs due to her financial issues. Poneko was skeptical, but was still willing to be patient. Yep. After Poneko sent the message about the Dokibird situation, Funamusea offered a refund, and Poneko had no other choice but to accept the refund. I did not want a partial refund, by the way. I did not want a full refund, by the way. I wanted to just let Funamusea know that I was not happy about what I had seen her post to Dokibird, and that it hurt my feelings, and that I felt it was it was hurtful, essentially. And I would like to say that Funamusea did quickly refund me, and I do appreciate that, and I am very glad that I have, at this point, only lost money to time and to Japanese conversion rates. But the reason why I am a part of this document is because as a currently streaming Funatuber and someone who is also affected by this, I wanted to make sure that, you know, our message was heard. I would like to say though, my issue has been completely resolved, and while I wish I could have just gotten the art and not had the refund, I'm totally alright with how things turned out. Another anonymous person. Anon X. 2-year wait. 2,506 yen sent. Alright. 1,700 USD is around the amount that this person, or that amount would be worth right now. Remember, it's probably more like $2,000 with exchange rates and also the passage of time. All right, and an X sent payment in March 2022. At the time of writing, Anon X has not received a finished product. The first initial draft was sent to Anon X on April 29th, 2022. Anon X reached out again on August 1st for an inquiry. No illustration update or communication took place in between then. So that is how many months exactly? 4 months? Without any communication from the artist that you're working with? that would be frustrating. Also, hello Tane, thank you for supporting, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to say hi to other people joining in the chat. I gotta call out Tane because Tane and his brother are cracked. They're amazing.
What?
Pain is our
Are they
and Blue as
crack?
well.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I was like,
Wait.
I don't know these people. What's going on?
Wait,
Like,
what's crack?
Oh,
It's a friend of ours. It's a friend of
Tane,
ours.
cracked means good. Like he's an amazing artist, and his brother Blue made the transitions on my stream. I'm sorry, it's totally unrelated to what's going on. But
Okay, so
I
crack is good.
I just
Okay,
wanted to
got it.
shout out. I wanted to shout out artists that finish their commitments on time, deliver quality work, and are consistently amazing. Just because he
I want
came in
some
the chat.
crack.
You want? I'm going to not say anything about that right now.
But you said crack is good.
No.
Yes?
Crack.
I want some crack.
With an ED at the end.
I should Google crack really quick.
You
don't even
do
know.
you, Brave.
Come on.
You do you. Anyways,
Crack.
much love to Tane and to Blue. Unrelated. I'm sorry. Back to Ann on X. Funamusea did not message Ann on X again until October 17th, an entire month after the promised completion date, and apologized for the delay. A new estimate was requested, and Funamusea informed Ann on X that the new completion date would be in mid-November. We are past mid-November at this point. Oh, actually, this is in 2022, too. Oh my god. Okay. That was a while ago. After checking in on November 30th, after the second deadline Funamusea gave was missed, Ann on X was told by Funamusea that she would get back to Ann on X in 3 days. Funamusea did not communicate again until December 24th with an update of the character's eyes rendered. Ann on X asked for an update on February 16th after no communications or updates happened. Reminder that being ghosted by someone that you have paid money is not a pleasant experience. So this person has clearly been ghosted multiple times by Funamusea. And on X asked for an update on February 16th after no communication or updates happened, no progress. And on X attempted communication again on April 6th. No reply was given until the 28th, with no progress update or time frame given until May 19th. On May 19th, Funamusea provided an apology and stated that no progress had been made. Oh no. I'm sorry if that sounds...
no, wait, no.
if that sounds facetious, it is serious, but it's just kind of shocking. On May 19th, Funamusea provided an apology and stated that no progress had been made. Funamusea proposed a third deadline with the model completion promised in June or July. Third deadline. Just wanted to re-mention that. Alright, here's some of the communications between them. The third deadline was missed. No update or communication took place whatsoever. Another thing too, if someone misses a deadline, it's best to apologize sincerely and to try to make things right. We feel as though things were not ever made right, and that in the majority of cases, people did not receive any sort of communication, whether that be an apology or an update. But in the instances where we were sent an apology, no action was completed to indicate that there was any remorse for having us wait as long as we did. It doesn't mean that Funamusea wasn't sorry, but we had no reason to believe that she was sorry other than what she had written, because no action had taken place, and actions speak louder than words, in my personal opinion. So here is more of the updates. No further communication was given from October 2023 until February 2024, in which Ann on X attempted negotiations for a partial refund due to the wait, which was turned down immediately despite attempts to reason. Yes, another thing I would like to comment on is that the majority of people that asked for a partial refund rather than a full refund followed up and said, "Are you sure about that?" Not exactly that, but we're trying to confirm that Funamusea is certain that she would not like to do a partial refund. Reminder, most of these people have not been sent partial or full refunds. Me and Brave and I think a few people have received refunds of any kind. The vast majority of people have not. Throughout the process of this commission in a 23-month time frame, Funamusea communicated directly a total of 3 times. Every other attempt was initiated by Anon X themselves. Funamusea rarely attempted to initiate conversation. I'm going to move through this section right now, just because this is once again illustrating the same behavior that we have seen throughout this entire document of ghosting and trying to reason. A full refund of 256,000 yen was promised with no given date, deadline, or time frame for Anon X to reference. Remember, a promised refund is fine, but an actual refund is what people want. Because if you have learned anything from reading this doc, if you have any takeaway whatsoever, has Funamusea kept to her deadlines? No. So it's doubtful that she will keep to her deadlines for refunds as well. This is speculation, but there is an established pattern of this happening. All right, Manova section. 2-year and 9-month wait. 185,000 yen spent. One thing I would like to clarify with Manova is that this is not the amount that would necessarily be owed to Manova, because Manova is owed certain parts of the Vtuber model, but she received her model, though she received it with issues. So I just would like to clarify that. Manova paid for her model on April 22nd of 2021 and received the model on July 30th of 2021. She is still quite satisfied with her model and still has access to it. However, upon receiving the model, she encountered some issues primarily related to missing assets. Manova had commissioned a total of 6 expressions. Excuse me. I'm slurring my words because I'm tired. I'm not drinking, I promise. I'm gonna drink a little bit of water, though.
Do you want my apple juice?
I do. I would like some apple juice
I
right
will
about
give
now.
you my apple juice.
Thank you, Brave.
Here, take it. You're very welcome.
That is appreciated. Thank you. Manova had commissioned the 6 expressions and 2 motions. Upon receiving the model, 2 of the expressions were seemingly completely absent, and Manova tried to find them but was unable to locate them. Manova emailed Funamusea asking for help, in which she gave Manova a list of keybinds. After returning to VTube Studio and testing the keybinds, Manova still encountered the same issue. Manova then sent a follow-up email, and Funamusea never responded. Manova decided to wait and potentially not pester her because it had been clear to her that Funamusea was slow with her responses and constantly overwhelmed / busy with work. Funamusea never responded to Manova, and Manova herself ended up forgetting about following up with Funamusea for a second time. Manova had no hard feelings at the time. However, upon reflecting on this experience, Manova still feels like this is worth mentioning alongside everyone else's experience. So, with Manova's situation, it really illustrates the lack of communication from Funamusea. And we don't know exactly what amount would be fair for Manova to receive if she was never to receive those missing assets. But so this number is the amount that she spent, but not the amount that she feels that she is owed. Just to clarify again. Cal, you getting a little tipsy on the apple juice. Is that
Say
true,
something
Brave?
regarding to apple juice.
Are you getting tipsy on the apple juice? Is this
I saw some-
alcohol you gave me?
No.
Is this
I
alcohol you
want to
gave me?
say something.
Yes.
Apple cider is the crack. I read it.
Oh,
I
hell
read what
yeah.
crack is.
I do love me some
Also
apple
meat.
cider.
Also
Crack,
meat.
yo.
Also, ginger
Apple
beer.
cider.
Ginger
What's
beer is
ginger
basically
beer?
like the
What's
same
ginger
as
beer?
apple cider, except for it's ginger and it's not alcoholic, despite it being called beer. I mean, maybe there are alcoholic variations of it, but the one that I drink is not alcoholic.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I will
I
never turn
hate
down a
beer,
good
to be
mead.
honest, but, well, actually, I'm sorry for insulting your culture, Rushi. I'm not a fan of the beer, but I am a fan of the apple cider
Oh.
and the ginger beer.
How could you say that in front of my poor Rushi?
I'm not
Rushi, are
even
you okay?
German.
No, I know. I know, it's not your culture. It's your lifestyle. It's your lifestyle, girl.
Wait, you're really not German?
I'm Dutch.
Oh my god! Oh! I'm sorry. Sorry, Rushi. I always thought you were German. Whoopsie!
Well, I live like 30 minutes from the German border, so if I want to.
She's 30
Oopsie,
minutes
my
away
bad.
from being German, so you were close enough. Johnny Cat Dutches are like Germans,
So-
but funny.
Wait, Dutch is like German?
You said it, not me.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm a mix of British and Dutch, the two most funny people in
you-
the world.
She's a
Ah!
mixed queen.
With the
okay.
two, imagine coming from two cultures and both of their foods suck.
Sausage.
Oh no. Also, I'm gonna move on to the next one. We're so close to being done.
Yeah.
It's,
Yay!
I think it's been 2.5 hours. Yeah, this was definitely going longer than I expected it to, but honestly, I probably should have
I'm hungry.
seen
I
that
wanna eat
coming, considering
something.
this thing is 70 damn pages. Okay, Corona Kid. 2-year wait. 344,000 yen sent. Let's see how much that is. With current exchange rates, $2,289. Corona reached out to Funamusea on February 14th, 2022, and received a reply from her on February 15th, 2022. The timeline Funamusea gave Corona is as follows. July 2022, illustration completed. August 2022, completion of Life 2D. 2 years ago was when the promised completed date would be. Corona paid for the model shortly after February 16th, 2022. I'm just going to move past this section. It was confirming that she had paid. Moving forward a little bit. Funamusea claims that the illustration will be completed at the end of September, and she missed the deadline again and reached out to Corona in October of 2022. There's the update that she received. Corona receives another visual update in January of 2023. 4 months later, Funamusea personally reached out to her to explain the consistent delays. That is uncommon, by the way, her personally reaching out. Funa set another deadline, claiming she will finish the model in either July or August. In June, Corona reached out to Funamusea to ask for a progress update. Hey Funa, I was wondering if I could see the art you have so far of the model. If the last Google Drive link you sent is the most up-to-date version of the model, I understand. And she nicely said that. Funamusea said that she was sorry for the delay, and she did complete the line art of an illustration. Funamusea didn't respond for another 2 months and missed both the July and August deadlines. She sent another update, but the full illustration is still unfinished and the model is unrigged. And Corona reached out again in January of 2024 to ask for another progress update, and she responded 20 days later. And she responded with the Skeb response that we've read a few times. So, in February of 2024, Corona reached out to ask for a partial refund for the rigging and asked if she could keep the art because she's very attached to the character. And Corona and Funamusea end up having a long conversation where Funamusea also mentions that as long as Corona doesn't ask for a refund at all, she is still willing to work on the commission, which is not what she was asking for. I'm going to just move here. Funamusea outright rejected Corona and said she wanted to rig her own illustrations and told Coroner that she is going to cancel the commission entirely and refund the full amount. She has still not received the refund at this time, I believe. Coroner wishes to note that she was extremely attached to her model and character and was beyond heartbroken when Funamusea rejected her. After waiting exactly 2 years, Coroner never received a finished model from Funamusea. Funamusea said she
Can
will
I say
refund
something?
Coroner. I'm just going to finish really quick, but gives no time
Okay.
frame on when. When Coroner asked for a time frame, Funamusea did not respond. What would you like to say?
Corona's situation made me cry a lot. Because
yeah,
I
it's
talked
really
to her,
upsetting.
I talked to her, a lot. And she was so passionate. She was so excited of her work. And she was so passionate, and she was really attached to the character. It made me very sad
It
and
was.
angry, but mostly sad.
Yeah, she was also extremely excited even in public about it, I think.
I know. She even told me she was so excited. She was getting everything ready. She was happy. But now,
Yeah, I
I'm
think
sorry,
that she
I
was
don't
one of the
want to cry.
most
But
excited people for the model. Like, she,
she
more than,
was.
many other people, tried her best to reach a compromise with Funamusea, but she was unable to, unfortunately. All right, next section.
Very
Poneko.
heartbroken.
I don't feel that Funamusea is very open to negotiations at all from the way that she's acted throughout the entirety of this.
This
My
is
manager and
true.
I ourselves tried to have many times to come to some kind of negotiation with her, some kind of, mediation,
Yeah.
and to no avail.
This is
Very
true. Even
disappointing
though
behavior.
I tried as well, she won't budge. She won't listen.
One thing I would like to ask
But yeah.
I'd like to ask Brave, and I know that Brave, you don't necessarily speak for everyone else who wanted the partial refund, but would you have been willing to accept the partial refund if it was given?
No.
All right.
I was planning on paying the rig. I mean, not the rig, the art itself. Because I wasn't gonna ask for the partial refund. I was going to drop more just to buy the art off. But unfortunately, she decided, no. I'll just give you the full refund.
Yeah.
I was just planning on buying it. I know it'll be like a waste of money, but I was planning on buying the art.
Yeah. It is upsetting what's happened to all of you. God.
I think we could agree that all of us would have preferred to have the model above all
Yeah.
else.
Yes, because you paid for it ultimately, and you wanted it.
Yeah.
That much is obvious.
And I was willing to pay
Yeah.
again, just the same price. I was willing to pay again just to keep it. But unfortunately, Funa wouldn't hear me out. So I had to respect her wishes.
Yeah, it's truly unfair. One thing that's unrelated but that I would like to mention is so many artists have been so kind to us and even offered to help at either a discount or some for free with their services. And to everyone who has said that, thank you so much. That is so kind of you, and I don't want your efforts to be ignored. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next section now, if that's all
You guys
right.
are all
Yes.
sweethearts. Thank you, mwah.
No, you are the sweetheart too. Mwah, mwah.
No.
I will have no
Yeah.
making
You.
out on my
No, you.
stream.
No, you.
This is a
Uno reverse,
family-friendly environment where we talk about crack and
No, you guys can take
beer.
backs.
No, you.
Wait, should I play
I'm-
the
Give a
Sweet
laugh
Home
at a
Alabama
joke.
theme now? Should I play the Sweet Home Alabama theme now?
Sweet
Philosophical.
home Alabama.
I don't know how
No
the
copyright.
song goes, but
Go on,
sweet
give me a
home
sibling a kiss.
Alabama.
I dare you.
My bad. Sorry, copyright. I know my voice just sounds exactly like the original artist, so.
Oh
It
yeah, me
did.
too. I do have a very handsome voice.
It's
Thank you,
the
thank you.
spitting image. All right, I'm gonna move on over to Konekyun's statement. 1 year and 9-month wait. 228,000 yen. Let's check to see what that is. 1,517. Reminder again. I know you're tired of me saying it. I'm tired of saying it too. Exchange rates, inflation, etc. Okay. On March 26th of 2022, Konekyun received an email from Funamusea after requesting a live 2D commission art and rigging from her. Let's see what the production plan was. May 2022, draft illustration completed. September 2022, illustration completed. October 2022, completion of live 2D. This is around 2 years ago. Again. After the initial response and amount, Konekyun asked Funamusea if payments and installments were available, which she confirmed. Okay, so I believe that Konekyun may have maybe paid partially upfront. I'm not certain though. I'm gonna need to read the entire section of this. Let's see. Okay, so I believe what Konekyun did is actually change the amount to be lower so that he could afford all of it up front. So the production plan, let me just make sure that there were no differences. The production plan is still exactly the same. The amount is just lower. Funamusea was understanding and modified the amount to be paid, making Konekyun's final budget to be 228,000 yen. Konekyun contacted Funamusea on the agreed upon date to begin payments. Funamusea claimed to work on an order of payments, and Konekyun felt even more indebted to her for her patient and understanding treatment. There's more proof of the money being sent. Please look at the doc if you would like to inspect the screenshots more in depth. Attached underneath are the conversions between Funamusea and Konekyun starting from the 3rd of May, when all installments were officially paid for. Okay, so installments, this was actually, I don't think, 100% upfront. The vast majority of commissions were completely upfront, but ultimately, this is not a situation where it's half upfront, half at the end. So I would just like to clarify that. Konekyun has expressed that he wished to have a friendly and caring demeanor with Funamusea, as he was worried about her alleged strenuous circumstances when he suggested that having Funamisea's live 2D model as 2.0. He felt extremely bad about possibly pressuring her, and he decided afterwards to not prioritize his own placeholder model so as not to stress her further. One thing I would like to mention, as someone who has been in the Funatuber server and heard everyone experience this, everyone has been extremely patient and understanding and willing to wait, and that cannot be overstated enough. And you will see that inside of these screenshots as well, if you decide to read them. But even just in my communications with the other Funatubers, it is obvious people were patient and very kind about how they would speak to Funamusea. I just would like to make that
Everyone also
obvious.
really looked up to them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You know, if many of us would not have commissioned Funamusea if we weren't fans of her artwork, or fans of her works, or fans of...
Second, third, fourth thought.
Yep. I'm gonna.
Oh, well,
Looks like this is the.
I was a fan.
That's understandable. The tense. Anyways, we're done through looking at all of the statements for now.
Yay!
We made it.
We're done.
We made it. Thank
High
you
five.
for watching and for
Poneko is
listening to
paying
all of the-
everyone
No.
apple juice. Let's go.
No, that's your apple
There is
juice.
still a long road ahead. Let's hope we
Let's
all
hope.
find the closure we need.
Yes. What we want is refunds
The
for
fridge.
the victims
There's apple juice.
and apple juice.
Thank
We
you to
want
everyone who
refunds
supported
and
us.
we want apple juice.
Yes, thank
okay.
you everyone that just supported us.
Yes.
I
Thank
do
you so
want
much.
apple juice.
Same.
You know what I really want?
What?
It's a strawberry icy lemonade refresher with light ice and no berry.
Let me just clarify.
Now that
Is that
sounds
the
good.
one? Is that the Panera drink that people died from because it had like so much caffeine in it?
I want a Baja Blast.
I want to mango.
I never
a
had a
go-go.
Baja Blast.
When I was in America, someone bought me a Baja Blast and they were like, and how does it taste? And I was like, tastes like bathwater. I like it.
Wait, you liked it? Rushi
I
bathwater
liked it.
drinker
People were looking at
confirmed?
me so concerned.
I
I'm
want
the
a
biggest
Baja
meltdown
Blast.
fiend fest, you know. Pool water, that's the bitch.
I
You
want
know
a
what's
Baja
really
Blast.
fire though? Milkshakes.
What?
I love me some
Oh,
I
milkshakes.
don't like milkshakes.
McDonald's milkshake, strawberry.
You need to. You
I
need to
don't
have
like
real
milkshakes.
milkshakes. You just haven't had real milkshakes yet.
But is it a milkshake made
I hate
out of
milkshakes.
milk?
Yes. But
guess.
some milkshakes are better than others. Milkshakes are not created equal.
But does your milkshake bring all of the boys to the yard?
You know
Does
it.
It's better than yours.
You know it.
Alright,
That's
it's
good, I don't
better
have
than
that
Milkshake
yours.
brings all the boys to the
Alright,
yard and they're
it's
like...
better than yours. Okay, so if I were to get a really good milkshake,
Not
it
pill.
will attract, like, guys, right? I
Supposedly.
just need to get a real milkshake. What's pilk? What is that?
You
Oh
don't
my
wanna
god,
know.
Pilk.
You don't
What's
want to know. We're gonna need to go on another 2 hours if we discuss
I'm
Pilk.
googling it. Whole lot of
I'm
stuff.
putting the pin in this
Pilk?
one. That's to be
Oh.
discussed.
The
on a
war is
future
flashing before my eyes.
day. Not the Pilk.
No, not fucking again.
Yeah, that requires an entire stream, an entire
that
press
gives me
release on its
memories.
own about Pilk. Okay.
My stomach no feel way no.
I have drinking spilk before.
Oh,
What's
jeez.
spilk?
I've
Spilk.
eaten a snickle though.
Spilk
What's spilk?
is worse than pilk. You see,
How do you
it's the
spell it? How do you
combination
spell it?
of
Hold on.
Sprite and pilk. Sprite
Oh
and milk.
my
Sorry.
god.
Sprite
I
and milk,
was
not-
very
not pilk.
concerned that it was
No, no.
gonna be something entirely different for a second.
Sprite.
I'm not gonna lie.
Right?
Oh,
Sprite
you
and-
have
Sprite
such
and
a
milk.
dirty mind like me, Rishi. I like that.
Pilk is
I was thinking
bad,
the same thing.
I was
but
thinking the same
spilk-
thing too.
Spilk, I cannot tell you. Oh, and also
We
another,
were
another word of advice: don't combine anchovies and cheese together.
Also,
Why?
I
don't
wouldn't
put-
have
don't
done
put
that,
chocolate
but
on
thank you for
chicken.
the warning.
What?
Chocolate
Don't
chicken?
put
Chocolate
chocolate on chicken. This is a call out for someone in the chat right now. You
But
know who you
I,
are.
but I
If you
had
drink
chocolate
Spilk, good
sauce
luck.
with French fries.
Ice
Oh,
cream with
what?
French fries
Okay,
is
that's kind
good.
of good actually.
That is surprisingly
Mm.
good.
Salty and it's chocolate and it is good.
That is good.
Have you guys
People
ever had, like, cream
underestimate
cheese
the
in your
power of salt.
quesadilla?
No.
No.
So good.
How about,
such
have
a
you guys
good
ever
one.
had some tortas con salsa verde?
Pea plus milk. Have you tasted that before?
No. Is that good?
Tell me more about that, Yari Yari. Tell me.
Is that
Have
good?
you had pea plus milk before?
No.
You seem to be very knowledgeable about it. Curious.
I almost drank pee.
How do you almost drink pea?
Was it an
It was
accident?
a bottle.
Did you
Oh,
think it was
no.
apple juice? I know you and your
Yeah,
apple
I
juice,
saw.
Brave. I know you
I
and your
saw-
apple juice.
I
You're
saw.
crazy
Have
about it.
you have you heard about the cup?
What cup?
I don't know if I want to hear about the cup.
Wait,
I
what
don't think
cup?
I can.
No.
Wait!
I was joking.
Wait! What is this cup you're talking about? There's a lot
There's two
thing I
girls
haven't
with
heard.
it.
No,
Two girls?
No.
Is it to attract girls? Where can I
Brave,
get one?
You'll
I
understand
want
when you're
one.
older.
I am older.
I
how old are
think
you
that
then?
Brave is the
Brave
oldest
is-
one of all of
I think the
us.
oldest one of us.
Like- Wait, Brave, how old are you, Brave?
Let's just say the
I
age
told
of
ya,
30
I'm
is in
older.
demand.
Oh, you're older than me? That's crazy. I thought 24 was old. I'm mortified.
You thought 24 was old?
Well,
It's a very adorable voice for a fucking 30-year-old. Jesus Christ.
but
Well, Brave is
this
very
supposed to be. What do you mean
adorable.
adorable? I have the
Yeah.
most handsome, attractive voice. You're just
Mhm.
jealous
Very-
because my voice is
Yeah.
attractive.
Very adorable.
No, it's attractive. What the heck?
Brave is
I'm
like,
24,
"Don't call me
okay? I'm
cute."
24 and I'm old. So
I'm
I
old.
felt like maybe that was as old as it could get. No one else gets past 24. You just stay 24 forever or you die.
24-year-old.
Easy.
So what is cup?
Confirmed.
You guys are like not
Don't
telling
worry
me
about
this.
the cup. Don't worry about the cup.
Why?
Okay.
I'm gonna say let's save the cup discussion, the pilk discussion for another press release on a later date.
Now I
because
know
we
what
need-
pilk is, but I don't know what cup
Because we
is.
may need to
Brave is Riz-tastic.
discuss
We'll explain
this.
it to you later.
Give this topic
Okay.
the respect that it deserves. And time that it
Chat
Okay.
seems to think that you are Riz-tastic, Brave. Do you
What's
agree?
that mean?
You're
know.
Riz-tastic. You got lots of
I don't-
Riz. You could Riz them
What's
up. You're the
Riz?
Rizzler.
What is
The
Riz?
Rizzard, one
I
might
don't
say.
understand these words.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Brave. I understand.
Lucas is an old man. Just gotta throw that out. I see Lucas talking about it, and now I'm forced to talk about it.
Shout
I
out.
will personally be bowing out now to take care of some stuff IRL. Today has been a very
Alrighty.
exhausting day. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you
And
for coming
Thank you
and
to every
sharing
single
your
one of you
thoughts.
for, I know I threw this document on you guys, the idea of this document on you guys, like out of nowhere. But regardless, I think I would have done the document anyway, but having you guys back me up for this document, thank you for taking my silly little problems and
Not
legitimizing
silly.
them.
Don't ever call your problems silly. But thank you so
It's
much,
not
Fee, though, for
silly.
reaching out
Regardless-
to us as well.
Yeah.
I think
Thank you guys for
it's-
accepting it and standing with me. I appreciate it.
it's interesting
Please
because
Fee, have a wonderful day.
Fee recently joined the
thank you, you as
Funamusea
well.
server, but Fee has been extremely helpful with coordinating the release of the document, working on the document, and giving advice about how to move forward with this. And we all really appreciate and are glad that we met Fee. So thank you,
Until I
Fee.
met you guys, I would not have known that I was not alone. So I'm glad that I suggested the document to you guys and that we all went forward with it. A lot more people than I was originally expecting. I was expecting to stand with maybe 2 or 3 other people, but to see that 10 of us went forward and wrote in the document, I'm really grateful. So
That's a lot of
thank you
people.
guys in chat for being supportive and for the kind words, and thank you to
Yes, thank you
my
again.
fellow Funatubers, my family, for standing with me and for staying strong. I'm really proud of you guys. Everything's gonna work out,
Likewise.
and hopefully we all find a reasonable solution to this very soon.
Yes.
Also, reminder to
You
not
guys
send
take
any
care.
hate to anyone
Mhm.
discussed
Mhm.
here, including Funamusea.
yes.
Yes, please don't send hate.
Please do
Yeah.
not say
But I think
hate, harassment.
been a misunderstanding of like our intentions with thinking it's malicious, and I just want everyone here to know, that's the last thing I say is like I just want you guys to know we have no ill will whatsoever toward Funamusea. We just want a solution.
Yes.
Have a great night, guys. Good luck with
night.
the rest of the stream, and take care.
Thank you so
Please
much.
tell your
Fee,
partner
for
I said
coming on in.
hi.
Good night.
Good
I
night,
will.
Fee.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye. So, what is this cup?
I'm gonna have to talk to you about that later. I'll DM you. I'll
We'll
DM you.
explain
I
it to you
promise.
later, okay?
We'll-
It's okay.
Oh,
It's okay.
It's not appropriate
bad?
for. Yes.
Oh! Oh!
It's not appropriate for.
Yeah, send me the
this
deep
audience.
later.
Yes, we will. We will send you the deets later. Okay, so closing thoughts. We're about to be done on this journey. I don't want to say amazing journey because it's been tumultuous, but we have reached the end of our journey through the giant 70-page document. Is there anything that you would like to say before closing out?
I really dislike pickles, but that's not very relevant to this.
My stomach is acting weird, and it is not relevant to this either.
Okay.
I
Noted
drank
and
too much.
appreciated. All right,
But go on!
I'm going to continue on with the closing thoughts now. Like Fee said earlier, please do not send harassment to anyone involved, to any Funatubers, to Funamusea, to each other. Please continue to remain civil as you have. We are very, very grateful that even people that do not necessarily agree with our situation have been not harassing and sending toxic messages to us. We are very, very thankful for that, and we appreciate everyone who has sent their support. So even if you do disagree with us, and while I do deeply, deeply disagree, thank you for being a good person to an extent and not bringing that energy into our chats and into our messages and Twitter and Discord and and YouTube and all of the things. So thank you again for that. And I would just like to remind everyone that the reason why we released this doc was not to harm Funamusea. It was to prevent other people from potentially losing money and to ensure that the people who have lost money will get that money eventually. We hope that this document will help with that. And thank you so much for listening to our thoughts and for reading the document and for sticking through the entire stream. I'm sorry if I wasn't able to completely communicate every single possible angle on the situation regarding the document, but please let me know if you have any questions now, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability if I am able to give a statement. Thank you all so much, and I don't know what else I have to say, just other than we hope that justice will be served and that people will be able to move on with their lives. And just to remember, there are over 10 unfinished VTuber models and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars spent by the clients. And these are only just the clients that are in this document. There are other clients that are not listed in here that we know personally. There are other clients that have expressed what happened to them on Twitter that are not in the document. I will try to retweet and make those messages heard for anyone who is potentially curious about hearing more points of view. Thank you all so much. And I think that's pretty much all that I have to say that hasn't already been said. Please do read the closing section of the document and also all of the screenshots if you are interested, and in depth the perspectives of everyone on the doc, because I know we had to move forward a little bit. Brave Rushi, any other thoughts outside of cups and pilk and apple juice?
No. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
I think so. All right. Well then, I'm not sure. I would like to ask Rushi and one quick thing before I end. So not to make this about myself, but I would like to let the audience know that my content will be going back at this point from this drama back to normal, and that I will be streaming on Sunday at 5 p.m. PST, a karaoke stream. If anyone would potentially like to watch, because right now I need to sing my heart out. That's how I deal with
I'm not
stress.
gonna lie. Before I joined, like here, I was doing karaoke.
I love karaoke. I've just, even
I
during this
like
whole situation, I've been like, not rage singing because that doesn't sound right. I've been expressing my feelings through song.
Oh yeah, me too. Screamo!
My god. Karaoke collab win?
Karaoke club 1? I want to join this karaoke club.
That'd be
Karaoke
fun.
club?
Yeah, huh? Karaoke club? That would be fun. Anyways, I will be doing a karaoke solo this time. Collab in the future, potentially. On
Collab
Sunday.
in the future?
On Sunday at 5 p.m. PST. So if you are interested in hearing me sing or checking out any of my other content outside of this, and totally understandable if you were only interested in the current situation, no hard feelings, but I am very excited to get down and groove, so feel free to join us.
I'm excited for you to get down and groove.
Thank you, Brave. I'm excited too. And I'm excited to be able to groove with the Pomodachis again, because I have been moving this entire
Do you
time.
call them Pomodachi? You
Yes.
call them Pomodachis? That's so cute.
Pomodachis, yes.
Hi, Pomodachi.
Hi, Pomodachis.
I
And
call mine kohais.
Oh, that's so cute. It's because you're Brave Senpai, right?
Yeah.
So everyone's
I'm
your
a
little
senpai.
kohais.
Oh.
I do love me some Brave Senpai. That's all I gotta say.
I noticed you, Poneko.
Oh my god, I've been noticed by Senpai! Anyways, so I'm not you may not be familiar with this, but in Pomodachi culture, we have a very distinct way of saying goodbye. Would you like to participate in this ritual?
Hi.
Brave and Rushi? It won't hurt, I promise.
Wait, there's pain.
There's not pain, it won't hurt.
Pain's the good part.
No,
Oh,
there's
Wait,
no
so
pain.
there's pain in this?
There's no pain. This is painless.
Okay, fine, Poneko. I will allow you to step on me.
No.
So where you want to step on me? I'll lay down. Where? Are we gonna step on my tummy, my butt,
no,
or my
no
head? Which one is
stepping.
it? I
No
didn't know
stepping
you.
right
I didn't
now.
know this.
No.
It's okay, Poneko.
No,
Hey, yo, yeah.
I don't want to hurt you. Okay, so what me
that
and my fans like to do at the end of every stream is we like to say something called Pomodachi Pride. And it's something that we do every time we say goodbye, and it's just our thing, okay? Would you like to join me in the Pomodachi Pride ritual? Basically, you just have to say Pomodachi Pride with me, and then we leave. Are you
Sure.
down? Are you down to
Yeah.
clown, Rushi?
Clown?
Honk,
Are we
honk.
All
Honk,
right.
honk. honk honk? Where are we honking, boys? Where are we going? Where are we honking?
We'll find
Wink-
out. It'll be an
wink, wonk.
adventure. It'll be an adventure for us. We'll see.
Ooh,
soon.
I love a luncher on the clown cart, if you know what I mean. Wink wonk.
Mhm.
Hey, you don't know what
I
cup
got
is?
you.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's really?
By the way, I just want to say
Don't I like to do it?
thank you
I
guys
like
so
to
much
do
for
it.
coming on here, because this is a heavy subject, and it would have been very difficult to speak about this alone, and it was genuinely so much. It was kind of fun, almost in a weird way, speaking with you about this and joking around throughout the entire time. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
So what's yabe?
Oh, I think yabe is like sus, sort of, I believe. I think that's sort of like the synonym for it. Anyways, join with me.
Okay.
Join hands with me, everyone. Hands. Rushi, grab my hand, okay? And take a deep breath and say, Pomodachi Pride! Let's do it together, okay? On 3, 2, 1.
Can I do it?
Yes. Oh yeah. Sorry,
Pomodachi
Brave. I thought you were
Pride.
holding my
Pomodachi
hand already.
Pride.
I thought you were holding my hand already.
Look
Grab my
at
hand.
her.
Grab my hand. We'll try it again. We're
I
gonna
wanna
do this
join.
until we get it right.
Ray was holding
We're
her
gonna
hand for
do
the
this.
entire stream.
We're gonna do this
Yeah.
right, okay? Well, we're gonna do it again. Okay.
Alright.
So hold my hand, okay? Take a deep breath. And say with me on 3, 2, 1. Pomodachi Pride! Say it with me!
Happy Pride!
Pomodachi Pride!
Yay! Pomodachi Pride!
You stopped that too!
Thank you, guys!
Fireworks! And cotton candy!
Thank you! Alright, Pomodachi Pride, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to our thoughts and feelings. We appreciate you, and I'm excited to see you again soon, potentially. Pomodachi Pride! Good night, everyone!
Oh,
Thank you!
Can I say something?
Oh, let me move. Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay.
False alarm. One more thing is going to be said before the Pomodachi Pride sings. What would you like to say? Brave.
Oh, thank you. Thank you everyone for joining today's stream. It means a lot to all of us for you all to hear us out and support us in the end. I really appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank
Brave.
you so much.
I appreciate
And please
you so
continue
much.
supporting everyone here.
Please. I've tried to list the YouTube Funamusea VTubers inside of the chat, or inside of my
Thank you.
my channel section on YouTube, but Brave, I believe you're on Twitch, so I'm going to link you now because people may not otherwise be able to see it. I'm going to link Rushi as well, so let me just do that really quick. Where is your link, Rushi? 1 second.
It's hidden. You will never find
Why are
it.
you hiding from me? I found you. I got you. You can't hide from me.
Does this mean I get to do
I'm a cat.
Pomodachi Pride
We
again? I want to do it
I
again.
can try.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again. Okay.
This time be ready, Bushy.
Final time.
Hold
Yeah.
my hand, both of you. Don't worry, my hand is not sweaty.
I believe you.
Mine
Or
is
wet.
not.
Oh. Oh!
It's
Hey.
sweaty. It's sweaty because she's
Ah.
nervous.
Why is it cold, Rushi?
Why is it so clammy, Rushi?
It's cold and sticky.
It's
Why
a
is it cold and
medical
sticky?
condition. It's a medical condition.
Wait, actually, am I holding Rushi's hand or am I holding her little like nubbin from her Patrick Star model?
I don't know about you guys, but her hands smell weird.
Don't question it. Don't
Snip,
question it.
snip.
I smell alcohol
Snip.
on her hands. I don't know if it's just me.
No comment.
Why is it so sticky
comment.
then?
What?
It's so wet and
Don't call me out like
sticky.
that. Don't call me the fuck out like that.
Oh, okay.
All right. You can wash your hands after, Rushi. Let's hold hands and we'll do it one more time. One more time for real this time.
Alright.
Do it with me. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Pomodachi Pride. Say it with me.
Pomodachi
Pomodachi Pride. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you.